Happy new month, happy new week. It is Monday, the 3rd of July. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. Who are the hosts today?
6 or plus Pure Temptation. Big Mark from the east side of the bridge.
Hello, hi, it's just G. He's still down bad.
Childish.
Sorry.
Oh, that's you know. That's it. That's what you got.
I'm down bad. I'm down bad.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm your favorite shade queen, my own royalty. How's everyone doing this lovely morning?
I'm down bad. Tired. Such a battery done.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right.
How was Saturday?
It was all right, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It was a nice vibe. It was a decent turnout. Brent was in there holding the wine.
Was he? You little hoe.
Brent caught a wine off one tee.
How many women? Don't be sorry, please.
Huh?
You have to come on camera if you want to talk today.
How many? Definitely
How many women?
How many gavels he whining?
Yeah, had him on rotation, didn't he?
Yeah,
2.
Continue lying.
At least 2.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Brent, I love that
It
thing.
was a wholesome wine though.
What's Brent's type?
Hmm?
What's Brent's type?
Brown and bad.
You're actually silly.
The brown and bad.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about Brent.
Sounds about.
Nah, but it was a good night. It was
Good.
it was all right turnout. It was people, more people that I expected to come didn't turn up. People that bought tickets and stuff kind of didn't turn up as well.
Yeah, event promoters always say that. That just because people buy tickets doesn't mean they're gonna come.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah.
But it was a
You get
decent
money in
vibe.
your pocket.
You know what I'm saying? And initially, yeah, my DJ that I had opening and just supposed to be there when people are there.
Yeah.
He had family issues problem. I think his father just passed away.
Oh no.
Yeah, on the way to the show and that. So
No,
there, like,
that's horrible.
I was like, oh,
Sending him love, that's awkward.
yes, yeah,
Bless him, man.
condolences.
Condolences, that's the word.
Yeah, so man was like, oh, okay,
Oh, that's horrible.
what are we gonna do now? So we had no DJ.
So you got Brent on the decks.
A lie? But you done it, Brent.
Brent is a man that can do a lot of things.
I can't
Government
teach you,
text.
no.
You
Man,
can't.
DJ.
No, I can't
so
do
that's
Oh, you
where
got to
you're-
just press stop.
That's
Don't do
not how
that.
it works.
Don't do that. Before DJs come for you because you're reducing their.
No, okay.
Okay.
You want to do that? Yeah,
Why
actually.
shouting?
No, I'm shouting at the ones that think they can come for me. Some of you lot cannot mix to save your life, and I can hear your bad mix above
The clanging.
or under that stupid glass shattering. Just stop it with the glass shattering. The window, whatever it is, whatever's breaking, I can hear that you can't mix under there. Stop it. Some DJs need to work on their craft. I'm not even being funny.
No,
true,
I've gone.
though.
You know
They
what?
do.
I've gone to events and I'm like, I can do a better job than
Okay.
this. No, you're right because do you know what I think it is? There sometimes DJs don't play for their audience; they play for themselves.
Yeah, and this
I've
is
noticed that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, are you not reading the room?
Read the
because I can
room.
see the room and what you're
We're all
doing and what's
standing.
happening here. It's not.
This is the toilet
It's not
break.
engaging brain, and you're still continuing. Are you alright?
Nah,
Can
for
you
me,
not
yeah.
tell the audience? Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, absolutely.
It's knowing your audience, but you're still playing what you like to hear in your bedroom.
This is it. Or some of them have like a set playlist. So whether it's a grandma 60th, whether it's a baby shower, whether it's a kids party, whether it's an adult, whatever it is, they're playing the same songs. They're
Same
coming with the
sequence as well.
same sequence. Like, come on, I can predict. I've seen your one event. I've seen your all of them. Don't be silly.
I went to an event, yeah, and the audience was like 30 plus. Let me even be honest, 35 plus. Yeah.
Sip play plus.
And the DJ started playing,
not the nene.
no, it was like UK drill, like young. You know what I mean?
The boys
And
are
I
not
just
gonna
thought-
know.
And there was bare girls in the room. I just thought,
Read the
Sir.
room, baby.
this
Like,
is
read the room.
Do you know why I say that as well? Yeah, because before he was playing Funky House and House,
Okay.
and obviously that's the older
That's
crowd
the- yeah.
genre. So it made sense. Then when he switched to, I thought, see, you're
don't
not
get it.
catering to your audience.
Yeah, man.
I'm not a DJ and I know this.
That's why the DJs that can actually mix the shit out of the songs, they deserve all the flowers. They don't just throw in some kind of sound effects and hope that throws us off. It doesn't throw me off. I catch it. But yeah, sorry, back to.
Yeah, nah. So Brent didn't want a DJ, which was cool.
It's a shame.
But the DJ ended up getting there eventually.
How did you find one last minute? You just put a call out.
Yeah, no, a few people. Yeah, it was mad. I ended up
So chaotic.
having like more DJs than I needed by the end of it.
Damn it.
You know, you just panic and just
Book everybody.
Just call the
Just all of you
DJs.
come.
All the
Just in case.
DJs, come. End up having too many DJs and that.
many
And I was
cooks in the
watching,
kitchen.
I was in O2 watching the
I was
wrestling.
going to say, so that's where you got the message.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's when because I wasn't going to go until after the wrestling. I was going to enjoy myself and
that's
then
what
just, and
that
just go to
sounds
the
like,
thing.
sounds about you.
Yeah.
Enjoyment king.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
You had to cut that
Ain't
short.
no problems. Yeah, I had to cut it short. I was hurt. I was like, this is bullshit.
That's annoying, man. That's horrible.
Yeah, so. But it all worked out all right.
That's good.
Other than
Yeah,
that.
it's too much gun music.
Too much gun music.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I wanted music that you could dance to.
shake
but
it
it's
like
gun music. And
So you was whining to gun
women
music.
knew all the lyrics too.
That's what's on trend right now.
If they
isn't it?
didn't know the lyrics, like, you know.
It's 2023.
There was R&B vibes. There's a little house section. There was vibes.
Well, no, the R&B stuff that they played was R&B you want to sing to,
Yeah.
not dance to.
Okay, fair.
And
play.
then when you see man, you're going, that means old school hip hop is playing. Old school hip hop is playing.
Now, why is E-Man in it?
Man said if you can see E-Man feeling
If
it,
E-Man's having a good time,
then
you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
Man said E-Man was doing that. Yeah.
Never
No,
mind.
that
That's
was
just
it
for
though.
E-Man,
Shouts out
man.
everyone that pulled up and supported in that. We're going to do more. I think the next one I'm going to do, I'm going to take it. The next one I'm going to do actually is going to drop on my birthday.
Okay, end of August.
Yeah, 25th of August, I think.
Lit, we'll be there.
The thing towards that, so I'll do it on my
The
birthday.
birthday party thing.
Literally on my birthday, so
Okay, lit.
it'll be cool. It'll be a birthday. It'll be a celebration, you get me? So,
Yeah, I'll be at that one.
all right then. So we'll make it work. Shouts out to shouts out to everyone actually. But who did I buck? What's his name again? Chioke.
There was,
No, but I just
Wow.
bucked him. How do I say it?
What, Chijoke?
Chichoke.
he was there.
That's not him.
That's what
Wait a minute. He didn't introduce himself to me.
there's a reason for that.
Who are you talking to? Wait, the people that were with us?
Wait, what? Wasn't it him?
Oh my goodness.
Am I going crazy?
Oh
I'm not
my
going crazy.
goodness.
How much did I
Chijoke
drink?
don't look like he...
Said how much did I drink?
No, I'm not sick. Don't do that because now I'm panicking. Is he in the chat?
Did he say his name was Chijoke? Did he introduce himself as Chijoke?
I'm sure that's what he said to me.
Maybe he lied. Chijoke, not you having a doppelganger.
Or did I?
Okay, who did you meet?
Maybe he was there.
Let's do
I didn't
this.
see him. He didn't introduce himself.
No, it wasn't him then. I thought, what did he say? I thought that's what he said. I must have
Who
misheard
are you
him.
talking about?
He doesn't know.
It doesn't
No,
matter if it's
Chijoke.
not him.
What did he look like?
Were they near us?
Mm,
Because it could have been Chijoke. I only saw two people that came
who?
that I know. I saw Greek
Chijoke said he was not there.
and I saw I saw
is
Anthony,
awkward.
which is Urban TV UK.
He didn't introduce himself to me, did he?
Now he wouldn't have said I'm Urban TV UK. No, he wouldn't have said that. He would have said I'm Anthony.
I don't know who Anthony is
Anthony.
The guy who was next to me.
With the high top.
Yes.
Is that Urban TV UK?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I know him. I was with him.
That's
I
not
was with him.
Chijoke.
No, that's not Chijoke.
That's what you heard.
No, that's not who I thought. That's not who I'm
who you
talking about
wanted to
either. No, that's not even who I'm
Who
talking
you
about.
want him to be?
That's not you talking about.
I need to. What did
There was
I
a-
hear?
there was
What
a-
did he?
There was a Jamaican guy with dreads.
What name did he say to me?
Calls himself Nigerian.
Because he calls himself like that because he's got dreads. You're an idiot.
I thought that's the name he said to me. So I don't even
Okay,
know
who
who
else
it is
was
then.
there
Then
then?
it could have been Chijoke.
It weren't. He
But it
just
was
said-
He
not.
couldn't. Chijoke said he was not there. Chijoke is a married man, so let's stop
And
all
there's
of this
more
right
than
now.
one Chijokes doing it.
in the world or in the chat.
In the chat, I'm assuming. It's a common Nigerian name, right?
Yes. No, it's not that common actually.
Okay.
Uche is common, but
Maybe he never said that to me. Maybe
Yeah, but it's good that Chijoke is on your mind, to be honest.
What?
You hear that, Chijoke?
why?
he just
I don't know,
Chijoke is
'cause
respected
it wouldn't be on my
Chijoke is
mind.
respected by you.
Huh?
He was respected by you, and he's a respectable man.
Yeah, I suppose.
So I did that.
Chijoke?
Job on his head. Let me say this is why Chijoke don't like you. That's why he didn't introduce himself to you.
No, I'm just asking if
You know
That's
what's
why he
killing me?
did
Yeah, I need to remember what he said to me because I feel like that's what he said.
What? The person.
Obviously,
Maybe
he didn't.
was it Kevin? Maybe Kevin said he was Chijoke. Kevin never come with alias.
I don't know why
Maybe
I done
that's
that.
what
Then. Maybe I was intoxicated. Sorry, but big up yourself anyway. And then
You know who else was there?
Tracy was there.
Tracy.
Tracy M.
Okay, pick up Tracy.
Because she's saying it. I don't know.
Did you meet her?
I don't know.
Who else did you meet then?
Just two guys.
Who's the two guys?
I just said Anthony and Greek.
Oh, Greek. Oh, yeah, yeah.
so what's Greek look like?
Greek.
Jamaican with dreads. He was the guy that had He didn't take off his jacket.
Was it puffer jacket?
He said he sprayed a cologne on and it was too niche. and he didn't want people to smell it. And he spent
green
300
jacket?
pounds on it.
That's what I'm talking about. So he never said choky. He never
His
said
name
Greek.
could be Chijoke. I even know his name.
He never said Greek.
He would have said.
Why would he say
He
Greek?
wouldn't have said Greek.
Then again, he did keep his
Because
jacket on.
why
so no
wouldn't you
one
say
smells
something
perfume.
that I'm going to recognize? Are you stupid or something?
His name could be Chijoke.
To be fair though, if you do meet me, I would like if you tell me your name. My name is James.
I'm not gonna remember.
I'm not gonna know. But if you say I'm Greek 101 from the chat, I'm like, oh,
And that's
Yeah.
what he said to me.
okay.
And I said, why Greek? And he said, because of The Wire.
Oh.
He was called Greek in the Wire.
The Greek guy. The drug lord.
His name
one that was
Greek,
quiet.
or he's just from Greece.
I don't remember.
I think he's
him.
from Greece.
So he didn't want to take
And
the.
they called him the Greek.
Brent. He said respect it.
Yeah,
I would-
I respect your Yadi culture, 100%.
So wait, I need to sorry.
All of
excuse
his
me.
ex-girlfriends are Jamaican. All of them. And he's saying that he's not
Is he-
interested in Jamaican culture.
Who's this guy?
Greek.
I thought he was
He said-
Nigerian.
no, he said he said Greek, but his proper name.
What's his proper name?
Yeah,
Oh, you don't want to write
probably
it in
did
there.
tell me from him. He probably did. And it probably wasn't Chijoke.
It probably wasn't
Is that
there.
Leroy or something?
But the music's loud and thing. Man said, what? What are you doing?
Excuse me.
Better drink your tea, girl.
So yummy.
So the music's loud and thing. So he probably never said that. So sorry, apologies. And I thought he was Nigerian.
All the
Well,
girls were
apparently
on
they're
him.
claiming to be
Huh?
Nigerian.
All the girls were on him.
Well, the dreadhead.
Yeah, they like the.
He's got
the
clean
Jamaican
dreads.
look.
He's got clean
yeah,
dreads.
Yeah. He's a handsome guy, man.
He's flexing.
But his
So wait, I
confidence
need to
is
understand the-
out of this world.
I
He's
swear.
Yeah.
He's what?
His
Confidence.
confidence.
Yeah.
That's lit.
I I asked him what's his type, and he said, "It's on my ring finger." I'm like, huh?
He's married.
No. Put up his ring finger. He's got a pound sign on there.
Oh.
His type is money.
I hear it because that's mine.
I ain't, no, I'm
He's a
not gonna
very
lie.
handsome guy. Very, very handsome.
Smooth dreadheaded.
I
If-
get
if you
it.
if that's what you're
But
looking, if that's your
he has given
flavour,
Esther the eight-
private
Look at
message him.
Esther's face. I wish you saw.
But he asked after you, Esther. That's the same guy I said he asked after you. And he's quiet. He's intelligent.
No, he
He's
seems
tall.
super cool.
That's,
Calm.
that's so lovely.
But what?
Lovely review. No,
All
but,
of his exes are Jamaican.
no but. There's nothing but light over here. Great. So you had a great time then.
Yeah, he did. Just
Lovely.
chilling there looking cool.
With his coat on and the perfume no one can smell. That's lovely.
But let me understand it, yeah. Let me
What do you
understand
mean
it.
you've got perfume on and you don't want people to smell
Let me
it?
understand it. You don't want people to smell it because what? It's too exclusive.
It's
you
too
don't want
niche.
to. You
And
don't want
I
to.
don't even think he liked it.
Oh.
But he said that he got the recommendation from Marvin, and he just blind bought it. 300 something pounds, you know.
Marv ain't Melissa. The only person who buy perfume from blindly is Melissa's wardrobe. Okay, that's a risk you're willing to take.
Yeah, not
So
as a
wait,
man.
he bought it. So let's just say. So I'm struggling.
It's one of them.
I need him to call in. Yeah. So it sounded like he didn't like it. He sprayed it. Was too late. But it's one of those ones that's so strong.
You
You can't even
even
scrub
take
it off your skin.
Yeah,
So he thought he put his coat on
Yeah.
to save everyone else's
Yeah,
nostrils.
Yeah, he said that was the reason for not going to dance with the girls.
Even though they were all on him. I like that though. You know a man that has women on him, but he said, no thank you.
There was nice
That's
women
sexy
in there
right
though,
Yeah, they were.
isn't it?
Yeah. There's one in particular, like in yonder corner.
Yonder.
That's why I'm laughing. Really.
Oh, yonder.
It's a yonder.
What,
As in
corner?
far away from me.
From you.
Yeah.
From you or
Opposite
from
side.
who?
So why didn't you? Did they make a beeline towards it?
I was afraid. Is that what you want me to say?
You're so I was afraid. What
I
she
didn't,
look
I
like?
didn't go there looking for
First, I was
women.
afraid.
Brown and what was it? You said
Brown and
buff?
bad.
Brown and bad.
Brown and bad. Was she brown and bad?
Yeah, but the bad he is referencing, that's not my steez. Because he's talking about
Like what?
Like a baddie.
yeah.
You don't like baddies?
Like a baddie.
I didn't say that. I said the one he's referencing. That's what he's on. But she was unassuming. Like,
What's that assuming me?
as in she didn't look like she came to show anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but she was just wavy anyway.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
yeah,
lovely.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
You're not that I'm not appreciative of the ones who show everything.
No, it's too late.
You're not.
It's too late.
Did
You
you
said
get
it
offended?
already?
You said.
No.
Oh, okay.
I went there. I don't care.
Why am I in it? Okay, well.
Yeah. But it was like a 50-50 split. Men and women at the end. You know?
At the end, yeah.
Yeah.
It was alright. It was a good night, man. We go again, man.
Oh, that's lovely.
Shout
man.
out Chisel.
Jizzo.
Is
Oh,
Oh
his
yeah,
yes.
brother,
shouts out Chizo. Nice
It
spot.
was
It's a nice
Chizo
place.
there.
It's a nice place, you know.
Yeah.
Is it Chizo's thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. Wake up Chizo then.
That's where I went for the over 35s party, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, you said over 35 twice in
Yeah,
the
it's like-
intro alone.
Sounds about right. But now when you walk down there, you actually like,
It's
oh,
clean,
yeah.
nice.
When you walk down, you're like, oh, okay.
Do you know what's jokes though? Yeah, it's so on ends. Like everyone who's like local for me is like, why?
Oh,
Because the way, do you know what I mean? For
Yeah.
us, it's like nah.
it's just right there.
It's two ends.
It's gonna be used that spot.
No, but that's why it won't
I
be.
want senior citizens. I'm joking.
Stop it.
But, oh, that's sweet though. That's good though. Is that what your next one's gonna be?
Nah.
Oh, sorry, that's awkward. Okay.
No, not for no reason. Just,
Oh, okay.
it's just
But that's
not-
good though. I'm glad you had a good time.
I'd probably do something back in there again though.
Yeah.
It was all right. We go again. We throw parties now, so let's roll. Let's move.
Slit, I love that, man. So, Brent, you had a good time shaking your hips.
Yeah, I didn't because they played gun music.
What did you want? Lovers Rock?
Lovers Rock.
What is Lovers Rock?
Isn't that like Jamaican?
'Cause
like,
I'm
Reggae
Jamaican.
and that, like.
doesn't matter. You're Caribbean. You
What?
don't have to be Jamaican to like Lovers
I'll
Rock.
clip this up.
You know, you're all the same. I'm
So when you're
joking.
saying gunman music or gunman music, are you
Do
talking
what you
about?
want,
Are you talking
man.
about like the hip hop stuff
Oh,
or the
fuck me.
bashment?
I'm
But
seasoned
you can
in
play
fighting
hip
the
hop
internet
and it
now.
can still like go off
Video.
heavy,
Yeah.
like modern
Girl.
stuff and whatnot.
No,
right?
but I'm saying to you, I'm asking you, are you referring to hip hop when you're saying it's too much guns? Are you referring to hip hop stuff or the
if
bashment?
DJ Shorty Bless was there, I'll be dancing all night.
Yeah,
All night.
DJ
He's
who?
litty.
yeah, Shorty Bless is cold.
Yes. Yeah, but it was definitely gun music.
So the next DJ is gonna play some Afrobeats.
Only a couple played.
Let me be
I
honest.
think.
He played Afrobeat. There was
Last
Afrobeat
night.
going
That
off
was
in
it.
it. Right, yes,
No,
you're lying.
you know
you're
what?
lying.
I can tell.
He's lying.
Hello.
He's
I can
lying.
tell you. This is the problem I have with Caribbean parties. No,
Okay, no. I wasn't joking.
When you go to like African parties, yeah, we will still give you lot bashment.
We give
You lot will
everybody
have a- you will
everything.
have a bashment set.
We cater to all needs.
Bruv, I went
Use or
to
don't.
Many Suave last year. I could count on my one hand the Afrobeat songs I heard. I was like, let me sit my stupid ass down.
Did you hear fuse?
I can't even laugh.
That
That's a
pisses
wicked
me
in.
off. I hate that shit.
He's lying. There was Afrobeat.
Tracy
there.
M said there was rarely any Af music.
Of course there wasn't.
And I can tell that there wouldn't be because you lot don't think about us. You don't cater for us.
There wasn't like an Afrobeats DJ.
There needs to be that.
You know what I'm trying to say?
need
There wasn't
that.
like an Afrobeat
I mean, it's your
specialist.
birthday
Hello?
one. There needs to be a good.
Can I be honest?
Mix.
The only way you're going to see me shaking my tail feather is if you have Afrobeats. I'm not even going to sit at my
Otherwise-
piano because I know my piano is too niche for y'all.
It is, and
That's
you
fine.
and you don't. Even if they play 50, it wouldn't be enough for you. So yeah,
I'm a
we
bit
can't take
extreme,
that.
so it's all right. But
We can't consider.
Afrobeats,
You gotta have that.
I find Afrobeats DJ for you.
That'd be great. You just get
I
multi-genre
can
DJ.
recommend. I got loads. I got loads for you.
Okay, fine.
There you go.
Yeah, if you need some recommendations, let me know. I've definitely got some. It would be nice to have different genres. Because
Yeah.
I'll be honest,
They
bashment
played-
is like my toilet time, my break time.
They played different genres. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
All across the board. There was probably more bashment than anything, but that was my
It's
fault.
not probably there definitely was.
Yeah,
They
that-
played 2 Afrobeat songs, including Last.
I
And
done that by design. They played more than 2 Afrobeat songs. There was like a whole Afrobeat segment.
You
Well,
know,
I highly
There
doubt
were
there
3
was.
Afrobeat songs.
Okay, 3.
There were 3.
So say-
Yeah, all right.
Nah, they was cooking. It was like 6,
No,
7 songs in a
no,
row.
That's
No,
still not
that's
enough.
not it. Do you know
Are
how
you
long
all
the
right?
party
You know
was?
now when I walk into retail stores, they're playing Afrobeats in the stores. Do better.
A 5-hour
Do better.
event should not have 6.
I could
or
walk into
7
JD
Afrobeat
Sports
songs.
and I'm hearing Rema. I'm not
Okay.
even hearing bait stuff. Do better.
Look, there was Afrobeats there. The songs were received well. You get me?
Mm.
So we played our part. I don't know what Tracy's talking
The
about.
next one, I'm going to be at it. If there's an Afrobeat song, I'm going to come back here.
See, and piano. Tracy said
Is
and
that
piano.
a piano?
There was one.
Not a piano.
92. And it wasn't played. Okay, you know my piano songs are we got
Yeah,
maybe
man.
15 seconds.
This is crazy. The whole.
So basically, you're telling me your DJ just said, I'm going to tick boxes.
But
Nah,
started to choose a
Life
tick.
of Budget
Tick.
is true.
Tick.
They still think Premier Galway is enough.
Oh, look at that. I told you so.
I'm done. It's true.
It's injustice for Afrobeats, man.
Yeah, no, there was and piano. It was all.
I'm
kind
a P, please.
Yeah,
Sorry, what?
I'm a
he keeps saying
piano.
a piano.
I'm piano.
I'm
I'm
a
a
piano.
piano.
Yeah.
I'm a piano.
Please,
Yes,
because
there we
you
go.
don't go and say that like
They'll rush you.
hey, the South Africans will drag you by your pants.
Like
That's what I call it everywhere.
What?
I'm piano.
Amma.
So what's the ma? But what's the difference?
Don't be silly.
Like
Don't do this.
It's spelled I'm a piano.
Don't do this.
Yeah.
Whenever you're told you're pronouncing something wrong, yeah, you start to question why it is you should pronounce it right. Just respect the people's culture. And my piano.
Okay.
He's just gonna avoid saying it now. Say that genre. It's
No,
African genre.
I just say a piano.
But okay.
That McCall you know. So
That McCarley. You know what? I'm never gonna argue. I ain't got the capacity. Clearly.
But, that's good. All right, quickly, Love Island.
okay, so
I watched it.
I missed
I can
yesterday.
take part. I know Elom.
Yesterday I went.
You know Elom?
Yeah, I do. I'm a little Ghanaian
He's
boy.
cringe.
Oh, you know him, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, good.
You say he's cringe.
You say it out loud. I heard
He's
you.
cringe. He's cringe. None of the boys are giving. Not one damn boy is
I
giving.
saw you say that. So
There's a
on
man
Twitter.
right there that is really good looking, but he's got locks and he's made it a fringe.
Him. He is not
And
good
he's
looking.
got bobby pins to hold it forward.
He actually
Clearly,
he gives me the ick.
your locks are defying gravity because you had to use bobby pins. Let them fall where they went to fall. Stop it.
He actually gives me the ick. When she was
All
like,
of them
oh,
are just so like cringy. They're all just not it, man. And do you know what
Well,
it is?
not one of them.
Not one, babe. Locum is, but that's because he's like he's mature.
But I don't even find him good looking. When everyone kept talking about him, I was thinking,
when you look at everybody, when you look at all of them together,
oh, he's the best out of the bunch.
I think he's the best out of the bunch.
No.
I would have gone white if I was in there. He's the best out of the bunch, if I'm being honest with you.
The guy with the curtains is pissing me off as well.
Well, who?
The guy with the curtains.
Yo, Jack Russell.
Gosh.
He's
Because I'm like, why?
Elem
to say-
Elem's Ghanaian,
No.
babe, 'cause he's not Nigerian.
Yeah, he's Ghanaian.
Someone's correcting me saying he's Nigerian.
His name's Elam.
He's
How
Ghanaian.
many Nigerian Elams do you know?
And I actually know him.
What tribe would that be?
And Elem's a Ghanaian name though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, none of the boys are giving. I feel like they really are, and they brought Molly back. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna carry on watching the show. I'll be honest with you. I feel like it's taking time I could be doing something else with. Because they brought Molly back here, but you know, like by bringing Molly back, they've ruined the Casa experience for everybody. So in the girls' house, Ella was like, "I'm close." She told the boys, "I'm closed off in it." Then when they catch up next morning, the girls were like to her, "You need to be BFFR because your man over there, when you were living in the same villa, was out here flirting with girls openly. You think when you're not there, he's not gonna flirt." So the guy with a locks fringe, she actually worked with him and she fancied him and she was waiting for him to ask her on a date in the outside world before she went into. She literally saw him like 2 weeks before they came to the villa. So obviously she was like already that there's that they have that chemistry there
that's
and that
fine.
familiarity. So the girls were like, yeah, but basically the girls just said act smart in it. So she was like, you know what, I'm gonna have fun. We go to the other villa because Molly's there now. The girls are like, oh, who's closed off? Tyreek is like, I'm closed off. I said the whole Tyreek is now closed off because obviously he can't do anything because Molly's gonna tell the girls. Then Molly comes in talking to Zach like, oh, we need to talk.
I'm
Zach
very
was
confused.
dumbfounded.
I'm so confused at her rage.
Do you know what it is? Because so basically, yeah, my theory is she's a plant. My theory is when she went into the show the first time, she always knew that she was gonna go back home and then come back again because this girl came out, did a couple ad posts, and then went back into the villa. So also, I don't think like, for me, I feel like this is an acting gig for her. She's done that.
It's
Broadway
not
and stuff like
fair,
that.
though.
It's not fair. So when she's come in saying, "Oh, I'm going to we need to talk," you left. He didn't leave with you.
This is
So what
I
else
don't-
was he gonna do?
That's what I'm saying, you know. And what is annoying me is his response.
Because do you know what it is though?
I get you like her,
Yeah.
but you actually haven't done anything wrong.
Do
So
you know what I feel with Zach though? I don't feel like he's enjoying it. I'll be honest with you. Even before Molly left, Zach has looked a bit depressed. And then when all those interviews with ex-Islanders was happening about how much they film and stuff, I feel like when he went in, he thought he was going to have a great time and have fun and whatever. And I feel like when he's gotten in there, the whole thing with like Mitch, the whole thing with Catherine, with the whole thing with Molly, I feel like it's drained him. Like this guy has looked drained for a few days now. And so when Molly's back now, I just feel like it's just taking the fun out of everything. And do you know what is? Because you know when she came out and she was talking to Maya and she's like, oh, I'm going to wait for him. It's all strategic now. Because when she came and she's talking to him, she's like to him,
I feel really
I was out
dumb, I
there.
was waiting
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, she's like, I was saying out there, I'm going to wait for you. I feel stupid. Why are you waiting for somebody who is
didn't
in a
leave with
villa to meet, that's going to continuously meet people? I don't know if I have anything else to give to the season. I think they ruined it.
Someone called him B Rabbit. Do you know how done I am?
P Rabbit.
B Rabbit.
B Rabbit.
8 Mile. Eminem.
I don't know who that is.
Did you ever watch 8 Mile?
No.
Never mind.
So what did Zach say to her?
Basically, she was just like, oh, like, have you been thinking about me or not? Like, did you miss me or not? Because obviously outside I was thinking about you, but you wanted to kiss my girl after like one day. Why did you want to kiss her? And then, no, do you know what annoyed me when she was like, I thought you used to look at me a certain type of way, but then I saw you give that same look to Whitney and the other
it's his
girl.
eyes.
And then he's stuttering. That's what was getting on my nerves. I'm like, you're moving like you've been caught out of a lie.
Yeah, but
like,
do you know what it is? It's because I feel like he didn't expect it. That's why.
He's stuttering and he's moving, shaking. I'm like,
Do you know what it is?
get it together, man.
Do you know what I feel like as well? I feel like he's genuinely pissed off. I feel like he feels like he's a target on the show.
They literally spoiled this whole Casa experience. Like they,
But you know what it is?
And it's just, even though it affects the other boys, it's like a direct attack on him. Like he's screwed.
And
like
I feel like that's why he's stuttering. That's why because basically the way this guy was looking at, even when the girls are talking, as in the new girls, he's just looking out. But I feel like he's deeping and being disrespected, and like they're trying to. I feel like he's trying to calculate what's going on. When you think about even Katie coming in was calculated. She chose him for a reason. So I'm thinking it's so scripted. It's ridiculous. So he feels like a target, and I get it.
I can't see them trying to set it up for that. But there's no way he brings Molly back, is there?
I think they did.
But do you think he can go through with it though?
With what?
Bringing him picking Molly.
He said he wants to pick her.
He said he still wants to be with her.
He wants to. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but my thing is, I feel like Katie knew to pick. Katie picked him for a reason. Katie, because think about it, yeah. She picked this guy. He tries to kiss you. You're telling him no. He's tried to do this with you. You're saying no. You're saying he's not that great. Why did you pick him then? Because clearly the connection's not that great. I feel like they told Katie to pick him, and then while he was, getting there with Molly, she's left now. Now he's come back in. They've ruined his entire experience. And I feel like that's what he's deeping. And I feel like he feels like something is going on. What is the public being shown? Because he was even like to Molly, I don't know what you've seen. She's like, I saw everything. Well, you didn't really, but okay. If I was like, I'll be honest, I'll leave. I feel like he's giving me the energy if I want to leave. So he's been giving me that for a minute. And I feel like him getting closer to Molly helped that. But I think when Molly left, it was like, okay. But the fact that this is Casa, like Casa's meant to be a whole temptation thing. We're not going to have any content for the boys from movie night. It's going to be about the girls. Because Tariq is going to act sensibly now. There's a girl in there that looks exactly like Ella though. Just without the fillers. No, like she's her twin. Which I can get a picture. She looks like Ella, like ridiculously.
So was any of the boys feeling the girls?
Yeah, but Mitch is single. Sammy is... All the boys are saying that they're all single, man. There's a girl who's 19. She's a uni student.
Is it?
She finished her exams in May, and then she went into Casamore. She's literally 19 years old, but she looks...
Older.
No, she just looks like you shouldn't be here. Your parents even know you're here.
Also.
One of the guys, though, his girlfriend's come out and spoken out.
Oh, I saw that.
He told her, he's gone on a work trip. Technically, he's working. But he told her he's going on a work. He's got a whole girlfriend. They were at the Beyonce concert. Do you know when that was? The other day. There's a girl in there. She's buff there. She's the buffest girl. Tink. See, she looks... Do you know what I mean? She looks like she's like Amber's little sister. You got it? And then scroll up and you see Tink. Tink she's buff. She's the prettiest girl.
Oh, she looks young as well. Is Tink the one that was wearing that? Because I see that...
She's the prettiest girl in there.
Yeah, this
She's
is the one.
baddie.
She would have been wearing that green bikini thing or something when she walked in the yard, didn't it? Was that her?
I can't remember.
Because there was one of them
She
that
stood out.
she was... Yeah, there's one of them that stood out. I think it must be
She
her.
stood out.
So who's she feeling?
I don't even know, but I feel like the boys are gonna be on her. Oh yeah, okay. I feel like the boys are gonna be on her. I've airdropped it. Because the boys need to be on her. They need to graph for her. She's buff. She's just...
What's her name? Let me put it up.
Tink.
Tink.
Yeah. Just say Tink Casamore. Tink Reading. Was spelled reading. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they ruined the show, man. Because I feel like the Love Island thing, that was one of the best things they've ever done, the British one. But apparently, because I feel like Maya tried to save it because they've seen the comments.
What was the best one, sorry?
Like the way Molly was dumped was the best thing in Love Island history ever, and I feel like they ruined it because they've gone back on it. They've gone back on the decision, and I feel like Maya tried to help it because in the After Sun, I watched it for like 2 minutes. She said how we've seen this happen in like other Love Islands, but never the UK one. I was thinking, nah, man, you don't. It's not it. Did you see her?
That's crap. These stupid pop-ups.
Oh, because I didn't watch the
Friday's
one.
Oh, Neo was there.
Yeah, I seen it after, but I see you all getting excited on the
That was funny,
timeline.
though.
I need to see Neo in concert. I know he's got the big mum stuff and
Oh,
whatever.
he's mad though.
He is very mad. No, he's extremely mad. Let me see, London
I
concert.
see you lot going so hard on Twitter and that. I was like, everybody was so excited. Like, yo, this is amazing. This is a crazy with the Casa thing.
Yeah, it was good. Neo, like, and they got him. Like, they must have given him a good check, but then he's got all them child supports to be paying. To be fair,
I feel like, but did you not also feel like, are you down that bad that you've come to perform on Love Island?
nah, because the check is good, you know.
Is it? Yeah.
I reckon. But also as well, that's the thing, because of all the drama he's had recently, any little helps at this point. Got like hella kids now. Went from telling his wife to tie her womb to having 6 more kids outside of that.
Did you not even see
Crazy.
all the drama last week from his
I did,
recent...
man. I was just not gonna report on that. I said I'm no need for you.
Yeah,
people.
you know what?
All the baby mamas fighting. I can't, man. I cannot. But I mean, he was really good. And then he basically was like to them, he was like, oh, he was taking pictures with them. And he's like, oh, boys, I just want to take pictures with the girls. He's like, can we do it outside? Then he was like, I've got a surprise for you. Then a car rolled up and he said, Casa VIP. Do you know who killed me? Catherine. Because the girls were saying that she pulled, she's like, get in the fucking car. She pulled Whitney and got in the car and it was, Catherine's going to have a whale of a time.
Oh, but she's doing her thing though. Did you see her all lipsing up?
Yeah.
Is it?
Tonight.
Tomorrow night.
So actually, she's lipsing already?
Yeah.
Catherine said, I'm having a great time.
They were screaming the place down. The boys was like, what's going on? And then they could...
Yeah, they could see it. I think that was lit. I think that was a good touch to it. Because they literally, when they stand on the balcony, they can see Casamore and they can actually see them and they could hear their screams. It was wild, man. And then all the boys got their phones out. They're trying to take pictures and like zoom in. I said, oh, pathetic. But
no, that was a decent episode. The way they done it.
it was sick. But you know what is that? Because I felt like the way it's been going so far, I felt like Casa was going to be so juicy. But essentially, because Molly's there, she's like imagine going like on a trip with your friends and there's a parent supervising. That's exactly what it's like. So none of the boys are going to let loose the way they want to let loose because she's there. So it's not gonna be as juicy because on the fact that the girl said who's closed off and Tyreek put his hand up first. This guy's been making it clear to Ella we're no relationship, but he's just thinking I can't bothered.
It's not worth the aggro.
What do you know? What will make it sick though, is if one of the girls likes Zach, and he's feeding her back. I don't think Zach should be with Molly. I think Tink should be Molly. Should be with Zach.
Because once if he brings back Molly, then what's happening with Katie and Whitney and that? It's just all too much.
It's all a mess. But I want Katie to make it back so she can just see what's going on, man. But even Katie in the other villa, she's like, you don't go here, like Agbaya, like you shouldn't be here.
Agbaya.
She's such an auntie. Because even when the girls are dancing, she's just sitting there, just speculating. She's so annoying. And she has to do the whole crying thing. And Whitney told her by herself. I like that, because don't try and Karen tears me on national TV.
Yeah. What's she saying about? Because she's saying that she wasn't in the loop and all that
She's
stuff.
like, yeah, I wasn't in the loop. And then
She's like, neither was I.
She's like, yeah, I can say the
Whitney
same
said,
thing.
She's like, yeah, but you didn't put me for a chat. We said, you didn't put me for a chat either. Yeah, but you didn't tell me Zach. She said, I didn't know Zach like me either. She's like, yeah, everything you're telling me, I can tell you back. I haven't got time for this. But I don't know if Cass is going to be as juicy as it should have been.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't gonna talk about it, but yeah, Danielle's wig is crazy. Oh my god.
Danielle's wig is crazy, but she's from Liverpool. And she gives me...
Who's Danielle?
She's a black girl in there.
You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to take my hand, yeah.
And just put it
forward.
So bad. Forward. And you know what I need? Hot comb. Just a hot comb.
My sister was like...
2 passes
this is
each side.
Sister. Why is your clothes not customized? It's 2023. I said, Georgia, please.
It's so high.
Oh.
It's sad. It's a sad state of affairs. It really is. I really tried. She's really pretty though. And that's what upsets me. Because I said, you're not going to be there for long. She's not making it to the main villa.
You can tell.
You should have gone with braids. Nice, knotless, bum length braids would have done it.
It's the wig.
Yeah, but it's worse in motion.
Oh.
Hate to see. But she's a pretty girl though.
There's
I've dated every guy.
There's that one side view, and I just
I
really
just wanted to put it forward
like...
just a little bit. She's like, I've dated. She looks familiar though. I don't know why. She looks so familiar. And she's like, I've dated every guy in Liverpool. So now I just need to branch out. I said, okay, girl.
Oh, she's a Scassa?
Who?
She's from Liverpool?
Yeah, she's from Liverpool. I don't know, man. I don't know if he's I'll be honest, I don't think he's encouraging me at all. So that's all I'm gonna say. But quickly, let's do the.
Sorry, Gina, I've been seeing all of the retweets and whatnot, commentary on your challenge. How's that going?
Do you know what?
Congratulations, by the way. This is so fantastic.
Thank you.
Every time I comment on Twitter, I'm seeing another update, which is fantastic.
Thank you. I'm trying. No, do you know what? It's going really, really well. Again, out of you know,
I
like
thought your necklace said Jericho.
I'm so done. It says Jim-
Okay, you committed to this.
No, it says
That
Jim
can't be
Shark,
far.
no. But no, it's jokes because I feel like out of all the controversy, it's doing really well, isn't it?
Yeah, but the people that was, do you know what? Do you know what's mad? I feel like some of the people that was talking wicked online are in the challenge.
Of course they are.
They're in the challenge.
Of course they are.
But they're masked. So you will know.
Literally. But no, it's doing really, really well. I'm actually really overwhelmed because I didn't think or expect it to even like go as it's going. And what's killing me is competition will kill our people, and I don't want people to die. Like the first day, people do. Why are you doing 40,000 steps? Are you actually walking to the real Jericho? Are you all right?
Do you know what it is though? My thing is, because this is the thing with exercise, yeah. You need to be able to maintain it. Because by day 12,
No, but that's why
you're going to be clocking in 200 steps.
One, I reduced the maximum step count.
Yeah.
So a lot of people woke up and was pissed off at me and was like, Gina, I've just lost 10k steps. I was like, I didn't ask you to walk 40. Sorry.
Yeah, like.
And they're like, no, you've cheated me. No, you cheated
No,
yourself.
you cheat yourself.
And I was like, because what you're doing doesn't make sense. You're going to get injured. And when you get injured, then the challenge is done. And you're not going to all look at me and tell me that I'm to blame. I said, I've already been dragged. Before the next thing is, you're encouraging people to move mad and now they're getting injured. I don't want the smoke, okay? So let's be guided and move with sense. But no, the commentary is what I'm enjoying the most. People are getting so creative. There was one girl yesterday that literally brought tears to my eyes here, where she was like, because position 49 is not my portion.
No, please, no, Brent, please go on Gina's Twitter.
I'd see the video.
Please.
And because she's actually
we need
singing.
to dissect
She's
it.
singing gospel. You know she's actually singing as well.
Is she?
Esther, the video
No,
is
but
too
why
funny.
is she in Ashrabi?
Because she came from church or she's going to church. Either or.
I show what?
Ashrabi.
Ashrabi, it's like what you were, you know when you go to
Traditional.
our weddings, everyone's like in the same material kind of vibe.
Okay.
Please, we need to see that video.
The video.
So what's going on here? Because I don't know what you're
She's
talking
walking
about.
aimlessly.
Basically, I started a walking challenge. And I've got the
For why?
girls and the guys.
For why?
Healthiness.
She went
Health-
viral.
She went viral. and got cooked for
3.9
5
million
days.
people viewed the post.
Well, Mark,
And
she
then
got cooked for 4
apparently
days.
She started getting cooked. She didn't get cooked.
Going
did.
viral for what?
Because she posted up, that she
For
went
setting unrealistic.
for setting. So basically, you know how Gina was gonna go DLT, and she was telling us about she was doing 18k steps. So she posted on her Twitter a before and after picture and said, "But I had
Let me
5 weeks
show
to go
you.
to DLT." She said I added walking onto my exercise routine, and this is what happened. This is it.
This
People were cooking her
The one
for
on the right
saying-
is just her basically after she did the 18k steps. he's like possible.
So we were cooking her for 4 days straight,
Literally.
to the point where they started saying she was fat phobic.
I've seen this picture going around now, but I ain't read nothing. What's
Yeah,
what's
see?
being said.
That's what
Just
she was getting
enjoyed it
cooked.
and continued. I like that.
I just see it. You know, I
So
don't care
basically,
about
she started her
that.
walking to Jericho challenge, and that's what, and like 5,000 people have basically subscribed to it, to the challenge, despite the cookings, and so that's what we're talking about.
Okay, cool.
So please now show us the girl that's walking around her garden,
Yes.
No, the video is so
because she's
funny.
walking around in circles. I say you don't
They're
make
literally walking
steps.
around in circles.
And I know at some point she tried to run.
That one,
To
yeah,
help
this
it.
one.
You know when you said on Friday, like, don't walk around aimlessly. This is aimless walking. This is the most aimless walking, and she looks defeated.
Because she's pissed off she's number 49. That's what's funny. No, but you know my friends
She's
are killing me.
hilarious.
Like, my friend was like, June, I'm number 900 and something. But I tried. I said, you know what? It doesn't matter.
I'll be
about
honest
your
here.
position.
I know. I don't think my number even shows up on the board, and that's fine. That's fair.
No,
But
look
I
at her.
think the people
It's
that
the
like
sleeves. It's the sleeves in her.
Ma'am, in your church gear. Have you got the volume? I need to hear if she's singing.
She's actually singing.
Can we hear? No, we can't hear.
No, I'm not.
That's absolutely hilarious, man. That is flipping funny.
I'm not hearing anything.
She's hilarious for that. Big up
Never
her.
mind.
But honestly,
But isn't this just like walking on a treadmill? Why are you all dissing her? Is it because she's wearing a
No,
church
it's
clothes?
funny because It's everything, yeah.
It's
got nothing.
everything.
I'm actually happy that she's doing. I think it's fun. It's content.
But it's
and
just
it's funny.
it's just the
the
way
fact that
she
she didn't
is.
even change her clothes from church.
She's funny.
Like you didn't want to change. You didn't want to get comfortable. You're literally like
You don't want to put some trainers on and
No,
so you can move
literally.
in. And it's the way that she's walking and like her
and she's
sleeves
swinging
are
her
just
arms and
swinging.
swings. Like
It's so funny. Nah, big up her though.
This is really good. I mean,
This is it. I love it, man.
so proud. Well done.
Honestly, it's proper sick, man. So big up Gina. Big up the girls and guys who are walking.
So what does the winner get?
Yes, you're announcing it today, aren't you?
yeah. I'll announce it later today. But it's good prizes.
I don't understand. Nobody's listening right now.
They're listening on there.
It's not the same people.
It's a few little things, and you get to win some stuff every week. You're gonna get to win. You're gonna get a chance. So there's gonna be 3 winners at the end,
Okay.
and then every week you're gonna get a chance to win some bits.
But it's like a raffle though.
No,
It's like a random number. Gets to win.
no, what the weekly stuff?
Yeah.
Top 10.
Now you know it's gonna be William, Susan, and
No,
and them.
but my thing is, if it's not gonna be the same people every week though. I'm not gonna
Okay,
allow
well,
it.
it's a chance
I'm not
then.
gonna allow it to be the same people because if you were in top
Okay.
10 last week, it's gonna go to some.
So
I'll
that's
just shift
5
it around.
weeks.
It's 5 weeks. Yeah.
Okay, that's sick. And it's one winner each week.
No, the 30, 10 from each group.
I'm back in the race.
See,
I'm back in the race. This is
there's
just,
because there's 3 groups. It's
Yeah.
10 per group.
Okay.
So that's 100.
that's
That's a
sick.
lot.
That's
It's a lot
really
of
good,
it's a,
actually.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
that's
lot of
really good.
prizes.
Okay,
So-
love it,
And
love
then at
it.
the end we're gonna have a party.
That'd be lit.
Oh, wait, proper music?
Yeah,
Alright.
you know how I stay.
I'm there.
Period. She gives you a bit of everything.
So,
Can we
yeah.
get the winner on TDA?
Of course we can.
Yeah.
Just as long as it's not. No. Can I just tell you? Let me give you like a little insight to William though. Yeah, because he's probably listening. See, William. See when you lot are sleeping
William's walking.
at midnight. Yeah, William's in the gym. He goes to the gym at midnight. So just
Oh,
know
so
that
his number
by the time you
overlaps
wake
into
up,
the next day.
by the time you wake up,
He's already at the
he's
top.
already clocked the steps because when you are sleeping, that's how he's clocking first place.
What is that scene out of EastEnders? And it's like while you were sleeping, while you were doing niche.
Oh, why you were doing the is it Mikey or whatever? What-
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That's William.
Yeah.
That's William to everybody in the challenge.
Can you put it on your dog? Does it work like that?
I don't know, you know.
You can.
Because a lot of people are like, oh, people are probably putting their watches on their dogs and stuff.
Okay.
But the reason why I will allow William, like, because everyone's like, oh, do you know, is he steps in
No,
the
but
gym?
he goes. You know he goes to the gym.
He actually FaceTimes me, like, and sends me videos, like, when he's
Okay, when he's working out.
he's always in communication with me, and he's on my watch as well, innit? So like, I always get the notification. So he's actually doing the work.
doing the work. Yeah.
It's just it's excessive. But he's extremely competitive, clearly. Like
Yeah.
even Doreen, I don't know who my friend is. I've never seen her like this in my life.
just says stand up.
She is awake.
love
Because
it.
Doreen said she was sleeping at 6 a.m. and she woke up and she checked the leaderboard and she saw that Susan, big up Susan, because Susan had everybody.
Big up Susan.
in- But you know why?
On a Sunday morning.
Because she's in Australia. And that's what nobody knew. Everybody woke up here and saw Susan had clocked 22k steps at 9 a.m. and got on their Zoom.
Literally.
And then she was like, Gina, I'm in Australia, I'm a whole day ahead of you. I was like, oops.
Because Susan's always going to get to Jericho for everyone else, though.
So Susan literally made everyone like everyone even said it, I saw Susan, I thought, I'm not having it.
No, but then technically, actually, though, because she started before us then.
Exactly.
But then we'll kind of catch up. Because while people were doing the last bits of fun in Oreos, Susan was walking already.
Literally.
So if there's a limit to how many steps you can do per day,
Yeah.
can't it be where everybody, like there's not a top 3 because
We're all going to
you
get
can
there.
have- Yeah.
Yeah, but then, okay, but I'm saying the top 3 will be one from each group because there's 3 groups. So it'll be one person in group beginner, one person in group intermediate,
But
one person in
still,
group advanced.
you can have the same numbers in each
Oh,
of
do you know what it
them.
will be then? It's whoever gets it at midnight.
It's whoever gets there first.
Okay.
So
It's the first
basically,
person.
everyone, if you
Okay.
can stay up.
Because
and
even
just
if you
get
look
on
in the
it.
group here,
Right.
for example, if I look in the group
That's
now,
so
yeah,
funny.
That's why you see the Australian thing is not. It's cheating. Because she's
kind
in a
of,
different
yeah. Because look, for example,
Susan,
if I
why
look-
can't
country.
win.
You have a global audience, though, Gina. I understand.
it's yeah, I hear it. So for example, if I look here, yeah, oh, William, you're not top today. Wow.
Oh, William.
Mons Peach is number 1. She's on 88.842k. Yeah, William's on 84. Rumby's on 75. I am 126 in this race. I don't give a heck though.
Good.
I told you my number
I'm
didn't
not
show up.
bothered. Yeah. So when it gets to the end of the day, when they've clocked like the maximum, you'll see like, for example, it will say like today, because it'll be day 3, it'll be like 90, 90, 90. Like there'll be
Yeah.
loads of people on 90.
Yeah.
But I had to do it that way. Otherwise, people are going to be injuring themselves. And I don't want the smoke. Sorry.
A bit much.
Because I didn't expect people... Because when it was originally 40K, I didn't expect people to actually do it because I thought this is excessive.
You didn't know.
So then when I saw it, and it was more than one person because they kept seeing people do it, I thought, no, I can do it as well. I thought...
It's getting unhealthy to be
It's
fair.
not going to end well. And you lot are not, you're forgetting why we're doing it. I said, that's why I did that post yesterday. And I was like, it's generally not about winning.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to encourage you lot to move your body more.
No, 88 over since the challenge started, since the 1st of July, since Saturday.
Yeah, so
Actually,
it's not in one day. So why?
No, that's wild because then someone did, So that's
because basically it accumulates. Because remember, the goal is 450. So your numbers, it's not going to reset every day. It's going to be until you get to 450K.
Oh, yeah.
So the winner is going to be the first person who reaches 450K.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you don't introduce prizes and say first come,
I-
first serve, and
I
then say
thought-
it's not about winning.
No, but Brent, you know what the crazy thing is? No one knew there was prizes. When I launched the challenge, I didn't mention prizes. I didn't say anything about prizes, Brent.
Yeah.
So this is literally purely based on competitiveness.
So when you then announce the prizes today, boy,
It's going to be worse.
It's going to be worse. And you tell them weekly as well. Yikes.
Mate. So there's
I'm
obviously...
going to be like, I'm going to win week 1 and that's it.
Literally.
But I feel like that's the thing that is about being able to maintain it. So there's no point doing 40K today and then you do 200 on day 20.
Yeah.
But man, love it, man. These are the real influencers.
Straight.
Like, dead ass. Being influenced.
Better have a proper party as well.
Don't worry, we will.
Good.
You'll be able to whine, don't worry.
Good.
You'll be able to whine your waist.
Why you weave?
All right, I'm not doing this. Get into headlines. Don't read it.
Hold up. Shit.
Hold up.
This is not good. All right, just continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be annoying for me to edit though.
All right. So the Labour MP Jess Phillips is not racist. Labour MP Jess Phillips is not racist, the Shadow Education Secretary Bridget Phillipson has said, following a social media row involving Miss Phillips and a prominent head teacher. Catherine Birbal Singh from the Michaela Community School has accused Miss Phillips of racism and bullying. On Sunday, Miss Phillipson said Miss Birbal Singh should raise any concerns through a formal parliamentary process. Miss Birbal Singh had already written to Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer. The Twitter row began after Miss Birbal Singh posted a picture in May of the late pop star Tina Turner alongside Miss Turner's abusive ex-husband Ike Turner with the caption, "Good times." In response, Miss Phillips, who is Shadow Minister for Domestic Violence and Safeguarding, wrote, "Domestic abuse is never okay, and we will defeat those who prop up the status quo." Shortly afterwards, Miss Birbal Singh deleted the tweet, then posted, "To the lunatics accusing me of celebrating wife beating, I tweeted a GIF with a number of photos of Tina. For some reason, it rested on one photo, which I didn't notice when I tweeted, nor did I know that was Ike." She added that the explanation is not that I like wife beating. On Saturday, Miss Birbal Singh posted an open letter to Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer on a Twitter account writing that Miss Phillips' behaviour was a clear example of unconscious bias. In the 4-page letter, she wrote that Miss Phillips hates me despite not knowing me because she subscribes to the idea that Black and Asian individuals in public life owe a duty to voice opinions that match with a left-wing view of the world, or they are worthy of her contempt. Ms. Birbal Singh said that she was not suggesting Ms. Phillips hates all people of colour. She added that Ms. Phillips called into question her school's safeguarding policies in a deliberate attempt to challenge my competence as a head teacher. She said that after Ms. Phillips' tweets, people contacted her institution saying it was unsafe for female teachers and students. She said the Teaching Regulation Agency had been contacted with a demand that she be struck off. Our next headline, 2 people have been killed and another 28 injured in a shooting in the US city of Baltimore, Maryland, police say. A spokesman said 3 people remained in a critical condition. The incident happened in the early hours of Sunday morning in the Brooklyn Homes area, where people had gathered for an event called Brooklyn Day. There are no details about suspects at present. More than a dozen of the victims were aged under 18, the city's acting commissioner has reported. Officials have said that more than one assailant opened fire at the celebration. The motive behind the shooting is still unclear, and police have appealed for people to come forward with any information about the incident. This was a reckless, cowardly act that happened here, Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott told a news conference. We will not stop until we find you, and we will find you. Until then, I hope that with every single breath that you take, that you think about the lives that you took and you think about the lives that you impacted here tonight. It again highlights the impacts and the need to deal with the over-proliferation of illegal guns on our streets and the ability for those who should not have them to get their hands on them, and also of the need for accountability on each and every level when you're dealing with guns and gun violence, he added. A police statement confirmed that one 18-year-old woman was found dead at the scene, while a 20-year-old man died after being taken to hospital. As of Sunday afternoon, 19 of the wounded had been released from hospitals, while 9 remained, some in critical condition. It's very sad. And that is it for our headlines today. Let's get into our topic of the day.
Nope.
Great.
So there's a link to the video. Maybe that's why we can hear the girl singing in Gina's video.
Yeah, probably.
So we can't really do the topic of the day then, because it's the video. And it talks.
I will play it on my phone.
Oh, I was going to skip it.
Wow.
What is it?
Wow, what?
I know what you said.
It's about, does black music promote degeneracy?
All right, cool. Let me get the link.
Sorry guys, we're just dealing with some technical difficulties. We can't be perfect all the time. You like you're sponsored by Adidas today.
That's something that everybody knows.
Walking merch.
When I said black culture promotes degeneracy, that's something that everybody knows.
Right.
When I said
Sorry, I'm
black
gonna need
culture
you to-
promotes degeneracy, that's
You put
Not
the
speed
link
that
up.
up.
Hold up. It's not sped up.
No, that's how he talks. Is that how I
It
sound?
may be sped up, but that's the video.
But is that how I sound?
I'm
It's not a
falling
trick
for that
question.
trick.
Huh?
I'm not falling for that.
No, it's not a trick question.
Okay.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah.
I'm a make love type of girl, not make war.
All right. So this is the brother, and this is the video. This is the audio.
something that everybody knows. And you listen to any rap music like Durk. I listen to Lil Durk all the time. He's rapping about murder all the time. He knows that that will sell more music. He knows that rap beef and like, I'm gonna kill you, you're gonna kill me. Bro, you're 29 with kids. Still talking about like killing other people and you're gonna risk your life over music? Like everything that hip hop promotes, besides Ye and besides a few like, you know, Christian rap or stuff like that, it's all just drugs, murder, bitches. When a black person becomes more affluent, when they put on a suit, when they get a good job, when they speak correctly, you're speaking white. Yo, why are you talking like a white boy? You're speaking English properly. When they talk about keeping black culture black in those affluent areas, they mean they want a doctor who's also sagging. They want a doctor who's still banging and throwing up signs.
I agree that there's a lot of stuff within hip-hop culture that is kind of negative, for sure.
All of it.
Oh,
All of it. Like,
you really put me on the spot here to like
all of
think
it.
about it objectively.
When I said black culture promotes I
Is
said,
he black?
when I said
Who?
The one doing all the talking.
No.
He doesn't look black. I thought I was gonna say niggas at one point, so I was just waiting for that to happen. You guys cold in here?
No.
Right, so
I don't need this.
yeah, that you mean like? 'Cause I've got socks on,
Aye,
I've got a
man.
hoodie on,
I barely got clothes.
and I'm cold. I think it's
How does this thing keep getting caught? Sorry.
So right, so is black culture? Let's just go through these quickly. Is black culture synonymous with hip hop culture?
Not entirely. I don't think so. Because if I think about it, I think it also depends on where you are. Because I feel like in the UK,
Yeah.
black culture is not synonymous with hip hop culture. I don't think so anyway.
Okay.
Because I feel like a lot of us, when we talk about culture and stuff, we always refer back to like our cultural traditions.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
being Nigerian, being Ghanaian, being Jamaican. I feel like that plays more of an impact in us as culture
Okay, then.
opposed to just hip hop music. Do you get what I mean?
Mm.
That's what I think about us over here anyway. I think in America it might be different, but
Do you know what I interpreted this as? That is black culture, hip hop culture. Like if you Like, is hip hop culture a representation of black culture?
It
Like, is it black? Black
Yeah.
owned?
I believe so.
I think it's like a subgenre, or whatever it's called, of it's under the umbrella
Of black culture.
of black culture. I think
Yeah.
hip hop will be in it.
I agree.
Because the note says that we sometimes say it is when it suits us, but in this context, I guess in the context of the Asian looking brother I was talking.
Yeah, but regardless of what the context of the situation is, most of the people that's creating the music and rapping and all that kind of stuff are black. So it doesn't matter whether you like it or not, or whether you want to be associated with it or not. It is what it is, isn't it? If it's one like that there's a certain race, demographic, whatever, that they're the main contributors to this thing, then it is that, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So do white rappers speak about the same topics? And if they don't, if you think that they don't, why do you think that is?
I think
Because they're from different places.
I was gonna say it depends on. With a lot of rappers, most of it is not their lived experiences.
Yeah.
So,
Except the 1-2 couple frauds.
but
typically,
yeah, but
yeah.
majority are their lived experiences.
Yeah.
So
Because they are from the hood and they have
if
seen
it's not your
poverty,
lived
they have
experience,
seen-
I don't expect you to talk about it.
Because what does Ryan Lewis and Macklemore talk about? I
I'm
really like
gonna
them.
pop some tags.
in my pocket. That's a tune. I like them. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Because the note also says that Eminem spoke about drugs and beating up, even killing white women and outsold everyone, but that is not considered white culture. Why not? I think there's a propaganda where anything bad that happens in society is always labeled black culture, and I hate the fact that as well we play into that sometimes. Because when someone's talking a certain way, like,
You're
oh, they're
talking black. Look at even Love Island.
Yeah, Zach.
Like
And all they're using is slang, and we're like, oh, that's the appropriating black culture. They're acting black. We always say people are acting black. We claim the not so good traits out there. I think we've also been conditioned to do that though.
yeah.
That's what people do. There's users doing that with the vape girl on the bus.
Oh really?
Oh, that.
Remember? And I was saying, how
Oh
she
my
acting
gosh,
black?
that annoying young girl.
Yeah, people saying, oh, she's acting black. And I was like, why do you just associate all that stuff with black people? I don't understand.
Because it's because do you know what it is? It's because it's urban and it's street, it's culture, do you know what I mean?
That's not black though.
That's
no,
the thing.
but I'm saying
Well, it's associated
it's
with black.
associated heavily.
Are you being willfully obtuse here?
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
The girl on the bus,
Yeah.
you said that she wasn't acting black, right?
Yeah.
When people say, "Oh, she's acting black," do you know what they're talking about in that regard? Regarding
Isn't
that
it more
girl?
the aggressiveness, the language,
Negative stereotypes.
yeah.
You think that's what they were talking about?
So what?
That's
were they
the
talking
only
about?
thing I could see. That's the only thing I couldn't connect to it. When you because I can't remember the episode. We can go back and check it. I didn't subscribe to that.
They
whole
weren't talking about the lingo at all, the slang.
So what was it
black
then?
slang. That's like
Do you think that was in Britain before black people came over? That form of communication,
what do you mean?
that same slang that we're talking about,
Yeah.
was that present before the West Indians came over?
No,
I don't
It
know.
wasn't.
I weren't there, so I don't know how they spoke.
I highly doubt
Don't
it,
do
though.
that now.
I'm
I
just letting
need
you
you
know.
to be on point with this particular conversation.
Times change, the demographics change. So the demographics change. The whole country changed, didn't it? Like the people, the Cockneys and all that, the East Londoners and the people down on the ground weren't speaking like the proper up there.
Let me ask you a
So there's
different question.
lingos and tones, all that. So whatever doesn't mean
Let me
nothing.
ask you a
to
different
me.
question. If you didn't see her friends and you just caught that video and I asked you, who do you think her group of friends are and what do they look like? What would you tell me?
I don't know. You have to ask me what area she's from and all that.
All right, never
You
mind.
have to tell me.
How about you?
I have a different living experiences to me, so I see things differently. So I don't. That's like I could see people from all different walks of races talk like her. I grew up in the States with everybody on it, so that I don't just associate
When
that
you
with
say
black
everybody on it,
Yeah.
right? The white people that you see talking like you, because you're saying, nah, I see all races talking like this, 100%. But how did that get permeated? Who brought that into the estate in which it is that you live in? What that estate, is it predominantly made up of a particular group?
We made it together, bro. Our
together,
parents weren't speaking like this. Our parents came with all our black people. Our parents weren't speaking like this. So the kids and the generations done it together. It's not just the black kids, the white kids, the Indian kids, whatever. The whole generations in the estates done it together because our parents who came in before us weren't speaking like this.
Explain this to me.
Because you're talking about...
No. Let me. I'll give you a prompt.
All right, go on.
When you said that your parents weren't speaking like this, 100%. Because my parents don't speak like me.
Yeah.
Your parents, I'm not sure about your mummy. Your mummy kind of looks like she's a bit swaggy.
Yeah, but she don't speak like they don't. At the older generation, yeah, that came in, yeah, they didn't bring this here.
All right, cool. So your parents have come through. They've populated a particular estate, right?
Yeah.
And that estate will have other demographics in it. Most likely because again we went here first, right?
Yeah.
And after a while, the group of your boys, in my head, they're predominantly black,
Yeah.
would start communicating in a certain way. They have their own code, right? And they communicate that way. They wear clothes a particular way. They move a particular way. I can guarantee you that the white people around there, the same boys, weren't like that before because their parents weren't swaggy. They might have just been, yeah? Yeah, so they might have basically had a particular type of clothing, but wearing that clothing that way, it wasn't happening. Moving that way, it wasn't happening. Talking that way, it wasn't happening until they thought, wait, what you're doing is cool. And everybody seems to like you guys, so let me look to basically change how I'm talking to match you guys to fit in. That's what I'm saying. So when they say you're acting black, that's how I see it. I don't see it as, oh, that's how all black people act. No. But you saw images of black people doing that, and you thought it was cool, so you're like, let me be part of your gang. And after a while, 100%, as it continues, the new ones coming up, they'll be speaking like that because that's how their parents are speaking. That's how the company that their parents keep. That's how I know that when you now say, all right, all of us talk that, that's the stage in which it is that you now come in. But we're talking about, how did that start? Do you understand? Because I can guarantee you, a wavy... Oh, you're still saying no. Talk to me. Come on.
No, go on.
Talk to me. This is a dialogue. This is dialogue. Talk to me.
I'm letting you down. You said you can guarantee me
Now I've
something.
landed. Go and talk to me.
You said I can guarantee you a wavy.
I've lost my
something.
thought. Go and talk to me. I should stop.
Right.
I can stop looking at you when it is I'm talking to you, because if I see any dissent in a particular topic where I know full well you know what I'm talking about, but you're just trying to push back for just pushback's sake, I like, oh, you doing? What you doing?
No, I
You're
know.
far more intelligent than this.
I know what you're talking about. I just don't know if I was wanting to develop the idea more, and that's like a thing. Whether I can see whether I definitely agree with you.
When we say we need to gatekeep more, what do we mean?
Need to gatekeep more.
Yeah, what do we mean?
I suppose it's control who you're allowing to benefit and profit off these lots of culture and things.
But if this particular culture is all of our culture, why should we look to gatekeep? If it's theirs too, why are we gatekeeping? Why are we saying we should gatekeep?
I don't know. Like perceptions and reality is all different things, isn't it? The way things are perceived, the way things are promoted, the way people are made to look, and the way things are can sometimes be two different things, isn't it? So I'm not saying that like I'm not saying that like the origins of it that come from the black people moving over here, Caribbeans, Africans, and our culture and our swag and whatnot. I'm not saying we're not the catalyst of it at all. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, them first generation parents that came over here, not doing this stuff that we're doing, regardless of our swag and our lyrics or whatever, they're not talking like us, our lingo, our thing, they can't even understand us, yeah? That grew, you get me? That got made in the estates, in the boiling pot. So yes, we are the biggest and heaviest influence from it or whatever, but it's all across the board. It's more a class thing. You know what I'm trying to say? When you think your areas, it's more a class thing than a race thing. And that's what I believe in it. So when people are talking all them, and then it's people trying to put the negative connotations on people. So that girl was being rude, abrasive, aggressive, and I'm talking about she's thinking she's black. Oh, why she's black? And I'm looking at these black people saying, why are you claiming that? Why do you want that? Why are you looking at all these horrible negative things and trying to ping it and say this is black people? That's not a black thing. That's what people want to push out there. Yeah, that's the image and the messages that people want to push out there because it's got negative connotations to it. But that's not a black thing. Like, that's not acting like a black person. That's not a black thing. You know what I'm trying to say? That speaks to where she comes from, her class, where she grew up, where she was raised, her estates, her community. Yeah, it's all different people. It speaks to being like poor and shit, and like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, that's not black to me. That's not how I see it.
What speaks to being poor?
Like, it's like because we're from
she's speaking.
Yeah, like our lingo, I think it speaks to being in the estates. It speaks to being like where the, you get what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying I'm more associated with a class rather than a race.
So okay, cool. I see the theme, but I still feel as though that there there's certain things we can basically separate from that particular theme because I can see where you're going, right? Now, she didn't look like she had a great control of the English language. Is that what you're talking about in regards to a class thing?
Yeah.
You have a great control of the English language.
But
Well, finish your sentence. You still speak like that.
I code switch.
You're telling me that you can come across as an unintelligent guy who can't piece together long sentences in the way she was piecing it together?
What if I wanted to? If my head's hot and I want to get ignorant, yes, I could mimic her perfectly if I wanted to. If I'm getting in that bag, I could mimic her perfectly if I wanted to. If I wanted to be dumb and ignorant and that, I could do it normal. Then what the fuck? Why not?
All right, so the types of words she was using, like bruv, you would still say that's a thing that's shared between all of us, right? That didn't get brought by us.
Well,
that was now a lingo.
Bruv.
Or brother.
Brother, we talk brother. Bruv, I would probably say like white people Cockney in that. That bruv. That's what white people lingo. I would give it that. Yeah, brother's black man, innit?
Brother's a black man.
Yeah.
All right.
If I said brother, if I say your brother, that's a black man. If I say that's happening, bruv, that's a white man.
And have you seen any of your white friends saying yo brother?
Yeah,
I
of course.
see it all the time.
Yeah.
Now, would you say that we both cooked that up? Or would you say that, nah, they borrowed that from us?
They borrowed it from us.
What
then.
else would you say that they borrowed from us? How about how we dress? How we move? There's a certain, like, jaunt. Did they borrow that from us or what?
Yeah, there would be stuff. There would be loads of stuff. Because
I'm just saying, I know that when people like something, right? And I'm not just saying it's just white people who do this.
yeah,
When we like something, we look to adopt it.
yeah,
Right?
imitate it.
100%. I believe that we are imitated far more than we cook or make together.
Yeah.
Do you
Definitely.
understand?
Yeah.
So when I hear, that person's acting black, that's how I'm translating it. Over the course of the years, they have imitated us far more than we have made together.
yeah.
Do you understand? So after a while, you could now look at a white person, see how she's moving, and kind of hazard a guess as to who her friends are. Now, bear in mind,
Yeah.
this may not
Be the case.
be the case when you go to Liverpool, where that same estate culture,
Is there?
you might still hear the brother and this, but that's because they've been watching black acts and influenced by black music, and they're just porting it to their estate. Now it's a youth culture thing, but youth culture, I believe, like I said, is black culture. Now where I see your theme, you tend to not kind of see that when you go up in class. The youth culture might just be what their parents or the snorting of cocaine and this and that type of life. So I hear that. If we delve into that particular conversation, I hear that. But where we live and what we see propagated isn't that youth culture. It's more so the disruptive thing over here.
Yeah.
Do you understand? We talk about what we see and we live what we know. Do you understand? So this example, I think if we just focus on is black culture or is hip hop black culture, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Don't attribute it to anybody else. And don't even say it's a low class thing. It may have started that way. It's now the most
It's definitely hip hop. It's definitely black culture, and the reason why, like what the note said about what the Eminem was saying when Eminem's talking about killing people, how come that's not white culture? He's still doing it. He's saying all them crazy white people things, but he's still doing it on a black culture medium, if that makes sense. So it's still not gonna. He's still doing hip hop, which is still the black culture. You know what I'm saying? So, I think I hear where you're coming from.
I think the different facets of this conversation that we can have. I don't want to just blanket say no, because I hear what you're saying, but that's a different slice of the conversation.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with you more. No, you broke it
Okay.
down.
Thank you.
Oh.
Good point, Ed. Youth culture is hood culture. It depends. Yes, I also hear that. That's another aspect that I can say. I can have a conversation about that. Yeah. And that's from his youth. You understand? So 100%, but my youth wasn't hood culture.
For me.
Yeah. I hear you, Ed.
So, do you think that? Do you think black music talks about these things because of how prevalent negative topics are in our? Hold on. So it says, is it because of how prevalent negative topics are in black music? That's why it's considered black culture. Does that make sense?
Sorry, I was reading. I missed that question. My bad. Say that one more time.
So, is it because of how negative topics are in black? I don't know what's going on here. So, is it because of how prevalent negative topics are in black music that is considered
Black culture.
Black culture? Like, do you mean like we'll consider hip hop that because it's going over? Well,
Because
includes the topics that's in our culture or in our surroundings or whatever. Negative topics.
Are you saying, are we considering it black culture because it's full of negative stuff?
Yeah, but I feel like it goes back to the whole thing about people rapping their reality.
Yeah.
So poverty is negative, to be fair. But if it's like, do you mean if they're talking about that, that's because that's what they're exposed to. So in a way, it will be that. Yeah, that's okay. That's answered. So do you think that by talking about the negative stuff, shooting, all that kind of bitches and all that, whatever else, is it being documented or promoted?
I think the problem is in society in general, negativity sells. Like we see this all the time, and people seem to gravitate more to like bad stuff than good stuff. So I think it's both.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely being documented, but at the same time it's being promoted. Because you do have people who want to live this lifestyle and it's not their reality. But because it's cool and it's on trend and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it seems like everybody is doing it, they want to live that life so bad.
I get you.
Do you get what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's not from a case of because this is documented, I want to live it. It's more because it's being
Promoted.
Yeah.
And
it's something I feel like I want to be a part of.
Yeah, I hear you. All right.
I don't even know what the thing is, but that whole music stuff, I don't know why. This made me think about that white guy. Have you seen that video going around? It's old. He's got the TED Talk and he's talking about all the stuff in the music, about the stuff that you could say in Rick Ross losing his sponsorship because he was talking about the Molly thing and all that. So thinking about women, but like man could talk about killing people, whatnot, and like all the stuff that they play on radio. It is obviously we play into it because we're making the music and we create it and we love it and all that. But there's something about the way that they allow that stuff to just be out there and push it out and endorse it and whatnot. And they wouldn't push no other rhetoric out there like this. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like anything else that's like it's damn near borderline hate speech. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, and if you was going around saying anything,
it is. 'Cause remember that time when you made the argument, you said if you change the N word to like Chinese.
oh yeah, and just saying it.
It's
like,
wild.
Just read someone's verses and just change the word
To Asian.
to whatever, and
It's
you just
wild.
it sounds like whoa. Why would you
Even
want?
white.
Why would you? Yeah. Why would you?
Why
Why,
would you do
why would
that?
you want to do that to this person? For like what do you mean? Like what? All Chinese people?
It's
like,
sad, you know.
Do you get what
But
I'm
that's
saying?
you.
Like,
But then like in the black music, be like, I shoot niggas dead. What did they do to you? Why you do that to them?
Question. So
He's in his bag now.
obviously,
in
right,
his bag.
we make
Gosh.
music about our lived experiences, right? And because we are absolutely creative and wavy, right, it just happens to be sick, right? And white people do the same thing. They make songs about their experiences. 100%. They've been singing about drug taking and that type of like wild lifestyle from day one, right? If our lived experiences changes, wouldn't our
Content and
expressions
lyrics change. Yes.
And that, I guess, is a conversation that we could have because it speaks to the man.
Holding us down.
Yeah. And pumping drugs in the hood, pumping guns in the hood.
Yeah, keeping man
Encouraging
in
us to
areas.
yeah. So the
taking away
perpetuation of this particular thing
opportunities.
all leads back to this main crux of the issue. And that's why I feel it's bad because more rappers and singers coming from our community who become millionaires and billionaires, they don't do enough to now change the systemic root of the cause of all of this negativity. Do you understand? Now I've made it through. I'm good, and I'm blessed in this way. And the labels keep giving me money. And somebody in the group in the chat said, the labels are responsible for this particular thing. And I even think there's a bigger agenda for the labels to continue pushing this kind of stuff because of the amount of money people make when it is that black men are incarcerated, right? And people might not think there is a link here. I believe there is a flipping link. And the whole act of dumbing our consciousness down, promoting certain types of music that is you're only going to enjoy when it is that you're on something or this, that, and the next. That affects everything. You know, China's like, I ain't putting no none of these stupid dances on to our people. No. I need us to thrive. So have to let the West do that kind of crap. I do believe there are different bad faith actors making sure that certain types of music get championed and the others, nah, you're not cutting it through.
But that they can't. I'm with it as well because I'm actually of the same mindset. Yeah. But also, what about all the like? They can't control where that music goes. So even though like all them things that you want to do is to like on this black community, but like them effects will affect everyone, innit? So they still like doing that still risky because you can't put it out there and it's not just going to influence black people because then it influences white people, thinking people, and then now you got them us integrating and doing things that's causing problems that you didn't even want. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's why some of the white people are vexed because they're seeing their kids now wanted to do a madness because of the hip hop. A lot of them are vexed because of that. They're seeing that lifestyle and they're looking to emulate it. And they're dressed in a certain way. I don't want you to be doing that. That's to keep them black, but it's too wavy. So it's penetrating everything.
Yeah, I reckon it's a deeper conversation. I reckon it's some kind of conspiracy shit. You get me? There's people doing the Geppetto thing. You get me? Pulling strings because it's not like I don't think it's by accident. It's like what you're speaking to, innit? Like I think where we are, is by design, and we will stay here because there's people making sure these things continue.
Now, I'm not suggesting that every single player in this particular mechanism is doing that, but I do believe that in order for this to become a culture, it had to have started, and I do think there is an effort to maintain it.
Yeah.
The ones at the bottom, rung, may not know that they're part of this particular thing, but they just know in order to keep things going, in order to keep turning revenue over, this is what we have to do.
Yeah.
You understand? Because how they look to bring on certain rappers is, all right, cool, you have a buzz, the community is proper feeling you. All right, it takes that particular box, it's gang life, cool, let's bring it on. And let's just push it. Let's push it.
It's fucked up still.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. All right, so black culture is obviously because this is really Iman's bag. So really and truly, like this just makes me look like I'm doing a bad job, but I'm really not.
No, you're doing great.
You should have been here. All right, so black culture.
She said, "Yeah, it's crazy, man."
Black culture is obviously far more than hip hop. Does the negativity extend outside of hip hop culture? Can we say there are other aspects of our culture, quote unquote culture, that could be considered negative and that we promote?
Yeah.
What?
Now you're gonna ask me what?
Podcasting, I'm joking.
Yeah, no, I think there is things that are negative in our culture. I don't think we promote collaboration. I think we promote a lot of competition, individualism. Like I don't think we're unified
At all.
as a community.
Yeah.
At all.
At all.
And I think it's a common theme.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's something that's ingrained in our culture, but obviously that links back to slavery and all of that stuff. So you understand where the mindset comes from.
Do you know what's interesting though? Even as you just said that, it does lean into what Ben was talking about, the conspiracy. Because I feel like even that further divides black people. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
That's one of the questions when I die, you know. What happened? Like, where did black people go wrong? Why is black people such a target? Like, why are black people just so down bad on earth, God?
Like, we have such a crabs in a barrel mentality.
Oh, you mean in the Western world, or are you talking about back home? Because back home is...
No, I think back home is the same.
Back home is what? What do you think back home is?
We still have the same problems.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Mate, like...
So it's black people.
If I go to Ghana, yeah, I don't see unity in terms of... You remember how I was even saying, like, even with most businesses and stuff, like, all the thriving stuff over there is not owned by black people because they don't want to come together to support. They'd rather sell it to an outsider than their neighbour having it. Do you know what I mean? I think that's across the board over there.
Oh, it's mad, man.
It's a shame,
Things
man.
can change, man.
it
Believe
can,
it, believe it or not, man. Things can change. We might not see it.
I don't think we're going to see it in our lifetime.
We might not see it in our lifetime. Things can change. Because what always, when I hear people talk here, and this is why they've done such a good job, like you're saying, you're going to ask God why, and all this kind of stuff, yeah. We actually believe that it was always like this, yeah. And I refuse to believe that black people have been living like this from the beginning of time. Like,
No, because even when you look at art, like even something so small, yeah, as in a small scale, our parents' generation were proper like community. We're not like that. So yeah, you're right. I can't believe that's always been like this. It must have just been getting worse over time and generation.
something happened. I don't know what. Something happened. There was a switch in lifestyle in the world, and obviously this is the route that we're gone down. But what I'm speaking to is saying that maybe that means that switch can
I'm not
go back the other way.
I don't have a defeated mentality. I 100% believe it can change. And the thing is that over the course of the last 100 years, you're seeing more and more black people finding wealth, or finding a way to revenue streams where they can start doing certain things, and you're starting to see them bit by bit. Look at what flipping Tyler Perry is doing. This is it's amazing. So 100% next 50 years, it's a different thing entirely. I have never been to Atlanta, but I hear that Atlanta is building a thriving black creator economy over
That's
there.
where I'm thinking he's from.
Tyler Perry.
And that's where his studio is. One of his studios, at least.
Yeah.
Like apparently Atlanta's like really black and like it's just that thriving. It's like it's becoming like black excellence.
Yeah.
From what I hear anyway.
So if it is that they're able to do a whole Silicon Valley thing over there, it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, even hearing in Rwanda, like Kigali, they're looking to replicate the same type of thing. So I'm not defeatist. I am like perennially optimistic because I'm seeing the progress. I'm actually seeing it. So yeah, 100%. And I do believe that we could actually, if it is we, God willing, live until a nice ripe age, we'll be able to look back and, because we've lived through so many different
stages.
Like this particular generation of ours, like we're so lucky because we've been able to manage and see the greats and see the birth of the internet in a sense, and now social media, and we're going into AI now. Like we've lived through
a lot.
We're still flipping young, 100%.
But like we're even
time we could do it.
Even on like the excellent stuff and like changing, like you're having impact and stuff. Like we are literally part of that.
Yeah,
we're gonna be seeing that front row with the new black, and that's gonna be in our lifetime by the grace of God.
You see what's mad, yeah? Because I was like when I was like the next 40, 50 years could be anything, man. Like when you go back and you watch old shows, yeah, people don't know what they don't know in it. You get what I'm trying to say? Like when you go back into the 80s and stuff like that, yeah. Obviously we're always learning, always working, moving forward, yeah. But the technology and the stuff that they got, yeah, is their level, innit?
Yeah.
There were certain people that say that you go like look at someone in 1980 and I'm looking at him and I'm saying he's he's there. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's nothing more for him. Like he's there, he's doing it, he's thriving. This is it. But he doesn't even know
what's coming.
What's got to come. Like back then, he was the man. Now, 20 years later, that was meaty. But at the time, though, you were straight. No one can't tell you nothing. And we're here living through that at this time. Like where whatever ceiling we got it. We could do where. Man, don't even know.
At all.
You know what I'm trying to say?
100%.
Like man will look back like in 2040 and think like, bro, look how we was living in 2023. Look at the things we was really doing.
100%.
We was down bad, and then look back there, look like it's prehistoric and all that. You know what I'm trying to say? So when we go, like I'm saying, you go back, you look back, watch an old show, and you look at the quality, the camera quality, and you're like, right, this is prehistoric, this is dated, this is very rare. But put yourself in that mindset at that time. That was the peak. Like that was optimal. You get me? So yeah, the future's bright.
100%.
Man.
That's down on that, man. Let's get some headlines.
Yeah.
But you know you took that right out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was opening my mouth to say. Even that on that. Let's get into the next headlines.
Dude. I have to leave markers because I have to put the cards afterwards in it. So.
Oh, that's to help you when you're finding it after.
Because I would be lost
I
otherwise.
said, do.
All right, so a relative, trigger warning. A relative of the French teenager shot by police has told the BBC the family did not want his death to spark riots, but insisted the law around lethal force at traffic stops must change. Nahel M was shot point blank by police after failing to stop for a traffic check last Tuesday. We never called for hate or riots, the relative said. France has seen 5 days of violent rioting, but the unrest ebbed again on Sunday night, with 78 arrests reported by the early hours of Monday morning, 20 of them in the Paris suburbs. Speaking to the BBC near the family home in Nanterre, the relative said the rioting, which has seen thousands arrested, shops looted, and hundreds of vehicles set alight across France, did not honour Nahel's memory. We didn't ask to break or steal. All of this is not for Nahel. They told the BBC, speaking on condition of anonymity, because tensions are so high following Nahel's shooting. They said they called for a white march in the streets, walking in memory of him, walking, even being angry in the streets, demonstrating, but without outbursts. You know when they have the warehouses, them little things that they drive around with to pick up stuff from like the top shelf and stuff. I saw people looting with boxes of stuff on there, and now you're driving the warehouse cart on the streets.
I haven't even had a chance to sit down and look at all that, like just look at what's going on over there
They're
with the footage.
literally burning the town down.
You gotta love it, man.
It's crazy.
The French don't play, man.
Like at all.
When it comes to like,
I just feel like
boots on
for
the
them they
ground.
need any excuse. Because the family is saying they didn't ask for this. But I feel like the French just need any excuse. Any excuse to let the government know we're not the ones.
Yeah, no, they're down. They must be down bad over there. That's why they're never gonna get rid of the NHS and all them benefits and thing. You get me?
Yeah, it keeps people quiet.
Yeah, they can't afford for the cities to be burning. Like, man, them are mad, but they're not that. We're mad, but we're not that.
We're not that mad.
You know what I'm trying to say? Because there's things going in. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say? You want to risk?
British people are not like, they don't do nothing.
Yeah, because all them youths out there, they're just out there, they're just burning the city. The other youths now, they got to worry about risking their universal credit and getting picked up from the job centre and things. You get what I'm saying? For the CCTV and all that. Like, there's a lot going on over here. You can't just be burning the place up and right.
You know? No,
you get what I'm saying?
There's a lot more to lose, isn't
There's
it?
a lot more to
There's a lot
lose.
more
They're
to lose.
smart. They're smart, man. They made us docile and thing.
Crazy. It's crazy, man. Our next headline, trigger warning. The Israeli army has launched a massive military operation on the Jenin camp in the northern West Bank. It started with multiple airstrikes. Videos published on social media showed smoke rising from a residential block. The Palestinian Health Ministry said at least 3 Palestinians were killed and 12 others wounded in the ongoing raid. The Israel Defense Forces, IDF, said they were striking terrorist infrastructure in the Jenin area. We will not stand idle while terrorists continue to harm civilians using Jenin camp as a hideout, they said, adding that the camp was a terrorist stronghold. The Jenin Battalion, a military umbrella that includes armed men from Palestinian groups Fatah, Hamas, and Islamic Jihad, said, "We will fight the occupation forces until the last breath and bullet, and we work together and unified from all factions and military formations." And our last headline, damn, the world is burning, isn't it? All right, the last headline in this section, the Iranian government has refused to send a new ambassador to Sweden after a protest. Oh, this is really about burning. The Iranian government has refused to send a new ambassador to Sweden after a protester burned a Quran outside a mosque in the capital, Stockholm. An Iraqi-born refugee burnt the Muslim holy book outside a mosque on the first day of Eid al-Adha. Swedish police charged him with agitation against an ethnic or national group last week. What's going on?
No, I just think, how can you be so mad you burn someone's holy book?
You know what?
Like, there's no reason to burn
Like, what
anyone's
happens now?
book.
You just
Yeah,
burn
like,
it,
now
like,
what? Now what?
Done.
You get what I'm trying to
That's
say?
it.
Doused it in lighter fluid and just what?
Just
what?
dropped it. Drop mic and that's it.
Yeah, it's
It's crack. Iran's foreign minister blamed the government for granting him the protest permit. Plans to burn copies of the Quran have sparked riots in Sweden in recent months. Police had rejected similar protest applications recently, but courts then ruled that they should be allowed on freedom of expression of grounds. How's that freedom of expression ground? Anyway, Muslims consider the Quran the sacred word of God and view any intentional damage or show of disrespect towards it as deeply offensive. Iraq's foreign ministry also asked its Swedish counterpart to extradite the man who burned the Quran. They argued that since he still holds Iraqi citizenship, he should face trial in Baghdad. Ooh. After the incident, thousands of Iraqi protesters raided the Swedish embassy in Iraq at the instigation of the populist Shia cleric Moqtaha al-Sadr. They left after 15 minutes when a security force was deployed. The Prime Minister of Sweden denounced the raid on the embassy, but also said it was time for Sweden to reflect on its identity. Well, isn't the whole thing about... Oh, that's Switzerland. I was going to say, you remain Switzerland and stay Switzerland. You kind of stay neutral. I thought Sweden was a good place. It's good vibes.
That's what I thought, but...
I guess not.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into Word on Road. But you know what's mad though? I never clocked that. In my mind, yeah, all the different segments have different music. But
It's the same.
It's actually the same. It happens when you don't have access to it anymore. You take it for granted. All right, so over the weekend, I was screenshotting like a crackhead every weekend. It was ridiculous. I'm so sick of it. Mahalia, who is an R&B, one of the UK R&B singers, I absolutely love her, was basically talking about, I wouldn't say it was a rant. She basically was just talking about how you don't make music. She hasn't made music. She hasn't made money from the music industry, which is a very sad state of affairs. So basically, yeah, follow me, right? It's quite a bit. She says, I've been signed since I was 13. I'm 25 now, which basically means I've racked up 12 years of debt. I have never made a penny off of my own music. 100 million streams with all money made going to my label. She said this is pretty standard practice in most major label contracts. She said if you really want to support your favorite artists, you need to buy tickets to their shows and buy their music. Not stream, buy their music. Then someone asked her, doesn't a huge percentage of album sales still go to the label? And she said, yes, in most contracts, when you've paid back everything you owe, then the artist will receive 20% and the labels receive 80%. So this can vary. So someone then came with some stats I'm not going to read today. Not today, I'm not doing this today. But basically said, yeah, she said the way this works is that part of the money goes to the artist, and this is basically what pays back the label. She said in her case it's like 20%. So Spotify basically pays artists between 0.003 to $0.005 per stream on average. That's not even 5 cents. That's not even 1 cent. Like, how many of those do you have to make up to get 1 cent? So basically then, she said she would then, for her, it's like 20% of that 0.005 goes to the label to pay them back for the money that they put into developing her. So she said she doesn't get she's not going to get 20% directly until you're out of debt. But if you're obviously getting paid between 0.003 and 0.005, how will you get out of debt? And then she said, someone then tried it with one of her songs, right? She's got a song at the moment with JoJo. And essentially, actually, I can't bother to read that. Sorry. She said essentially, you need a lot of songs and a shit ton of streams to be able to get to a point where you're then able to pay back. And she's got like 1 million streams, so it ain't nothing. And she's been in the industry for like 12 years. And she said most signed artists spend a lot of their career trying to make money and trying to make enough money to be out of debt with their label so they can actually see money eventually. And then someone said, why did you, just curious, why did you sign with a label? And she said, 12 years ago, that was kind of what every artist did. I was young and it was pretty crazy to be from such a small town way out of London. Yeah, she's not from London. And have labels offering me a deal. There was a time when signing a deal was what most artists did. If it was now, it might be a different story. And she said it's genuinely devastating to release art into the world and not see much come back from it. I never made music because I wanted to make money. That became a reality as I started to see my music doing well, but still, it's hard. And she said that she's only talking about the master, which her label owns. Publishing is another form of revenue for an artist, but that's a whole other side to the industry that she can't bother to get into. Which is fair. And she goes on to talk about, what R&B and soul music is like in the UK. And she says, do you know what's really sad? Most of us artists in the UK who make R&B and soul music have just had to come to terms with the fact that we may never have the same success as our peers in our home country because the industry wouldn't allow us to. Do you know how hard it is to sell music in this current climate? Top 10 album, don't even think about it. Commercial success, don't even think about it. She said, we're creating and releasing music in a world that doesn't actually want us to win. Sure, they ask us questions in interviews about the UK R&B scene and want to know all of our views for their headlines, but does anybody actually really care? I have an album coming in 2 weeks and I have been doing the most to try and get people to pre-order it. So I have a chance at fulfilling a dream I've wanted to since I was a kid. But getting others to talk about it is genuinely the hardest part. And I see this shit every time a UK R&B artist puts an album out. Where is the support? Why is it made so impossible for us to reach a number one chart position when we stream the same numbers that mainstream artists do? Honestly, I'm perplexed. That is true, you know.
I have a question. Is she basically, because I'm trying to understand what she's saying, yeah? Is it because people don't like R&B in the UK?
I think, yeah.
Because I don't think R&B is like the number one genre in the UK.
That's what she's talking about. So she's talking about the money.
No, I get that
yeah.
bit, but I mean...
In terms of, because really and truly, when you think about it, LMA can go number one in America.
But that's because R&B is more...
Yeah.
But then
culture there.
But then isn't that... It's a cultural thing, though. It's like... I guess what I'm trying to say is, can you really be mad if it's not what people like?
I think her thing as well, though, is that people... No, but her thing as well is that people pretend. So she's like, when we go to... Like, we always have these conversations about, oh, the UK don't support R&B, blah, blah. All this stuff, but it's just empty conversations because no one actually does... There's nothing being done to make it happen. So, like Mark's... Like, the UK cares about R&B.
We love
people
R&B.
Say, we love R&B, but...
Do we
are we
really,
pushing
though?
the artists?
No.
I guess
we
the
love
question
R&B.
I'm asking
We
is...
love R&B.
Chucky and Taser are selling out
Yeah.
R&B nights.
No,
I
I hear
let
it.
you know we
No,
love
but hold
R&B.
on. But are you... Isn't Chucky and Taser's R&B nights and predominantly old school music, though?
Yeah, but
That's my question because
Don't do it, Horn.
no. Do you know why? I love R&B.
Yeah.
I don't like now's current. Like I'm just speaking for myself. So my question is.
It's not.
No, but
R-
I'm
it's
being
not,
there
it's not
singing
old
booed
school
up.
R&B. It's
not
all.
artists,
It's all.
yeah.
There's current music. There's
No,
new
but-
artists. There's new R&B artists that we
Okay.
take to. Yeah, American ones.
But the point I'm making. The point
Summer
I'm
Walkers.
Harry Lennox.
Scissors.
But the point I'm making
Giveon,
is-
Giveon, what's his name? These men.
Giveon.
These men are new that people think. Yeah, the UK artists. Yeah, there must be a R&B scene. Yeah, the English people don't care in it enough to champion
This is
them
it.
that we don't know who the artists are.
I
We
think that's
don't
what she's
care about
saying.
them, and this is what the problem is because LMA would have to go.
She
Be
did.
booed up in America for us to even know
Yep.
who she is and what's going on in it. And this is what the problem is. There's good music there, there's good artists there, but nobody cares enough about the R&B scene to champion it. We care enough about the hip hop scene, and that's why we're elevating our UK rappers, isn't it?
But that's my point. That's why I'm asking. Is it a case of? My question is it down to caring or is it preference? Do you get what I mean? I'm not saying that we don't like R&B, but I'm saying is it a bad thing that we prefer hip hop, drill, whatever? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I get
I'm
you.
not saying that we don't like R&B, but I'm like, can you be mad if people prefer other genres? That's what I'm saying.
But-
and ultimately,
But I don't think people prefer other genres. I just think it's the UK artists. There's a disconnect. It's so hard for an R&B singer, for an English singer to make anything of themselves and whatnot, because there's a disconnect there. And I think maybe it's because when we think of R&B and singers and that, we probably just think of Americans straight away, just thinking like that's the way it's done properly or something like that. Maybe it's not even about the style. We like R&B. We don't connect with the UK R&B artists, and nobody's not even prepared to go and find out, to follow them on the socials, to see what they're doing, to watch their interviews, to whatever. We don't care about the artists.
Yeah,
and that's what
but
the
then we
problem
say
is.
we care
It's
about
not-
R&B.
we definitely care about R&B. We rate R&B.
I feel like that's her issue though, is that people say they care about R&B, but you're not caring about the artists who are making R&B.
Yeah.
So then, do you really care, or is everyone just having these
Like,
empty
we're
conversations?
not even
for nothing?
aware. There'll be bare people
Yeah.
listening and talking and thinking like, what do you mean UK R&B? There ain't no UK R&B, or who's
There
UK
is, man.
R&B? There's bare
There's a
UK
lot, yeah.
R&B singers, like loads of them. Some of them are very good as well.
Extremely
No one
talented.
just doesn't care enough to take the time
Yeah.
out to get to know the artist. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and that's part of the frustration, man. But yeah, man. But she says, just support, buy their albums. It costs about £10. I can't even say that's a Nando's number. That's cheaper than Nando's, so you can do that. Also, and then when they have contests as well, but like buy their merch, all that kind of stuff. Because apparently she was saying how a lot of artists that have merch, they are actually the ones who foot that bill. So when you buy it, that actually puts money back in their pockets. It's crazy though how like people can be doing so much like public work, but they don't get paid for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you just assume that, yeah, you're an artist, you're kosher rich. Reality is the reality. What is next on my list for you guys today? Oh, gosh. Obviously, this is the last time I'm talking about this foolishness. It is. I'm done. I'm absolutely done. I'm clocking out. This is stupid. Davido and his sister wife situation, right? So the first girl who came out, the one in Atlanta. No, she's not from Atlanta, she's in New York. Because I'm talking about I'm from New York. People in New York City know me. Okay, girl. So anyway, that one, she decided to go on a whole rant over the weekend. The rant was so bad, yeah, that the Paris baby mum had to tap in and be like, you're doing too much. Yes, I know he's done bad behavior. I don't know I'm doing this. This is not necessary. I don't know. She's like, oh yeah, I feel like he's done bad behavior, but it's not necessary. So basically, she posted up like some screenshots. I don't know how real these things are, but they're kind of blog posts. And one of them alleges that Davido, like, it was a whole domestic violence thing against Davido and Chioma and stuff. And like she's posting all these things. And the thing is, yeah, I feel like this is why I said the whole cultural barrier comes into it. I feel like people who don't like Davido or whatever were sending it to her. But because she's not from Nigeria, then again, she's from America though. She knows that there's always false news. There's false news everywhere in the world. But people are sending her like blog posts and she's just retweeting them and then giving her own commentary and like saying stuff about him based off the things that she doesn't even know. There's no fact checks for them. It's weird. So she said, she had that screenshot about him beating up Chioma at one point or something like that. And she goes, it's sad because he's really a woman beater for real. Like, is that slang or is that, do you know what I mean? Like saying he's a woman beater for real, is that from you seeing it? Or is that like he a woman beater for real? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. So she said, I should have already known since he's a liar, manipulator, control freak. She goes, free Chioma, free her out of that abusive relationship, physically abusive and mentally abusive, and he truly doesn't care. She said, let's really get into, and this is where, as well, I also have a theory that they all know each other. So you see how people are saying like justice for Chioma and they feel bad for Chioma. I feel like Chioma is aware that he's got different women.
Oh, she
knows all of this stuff. Because this is what I'm about to read now is what lets me know these girls are sister wives. And it's like, they're aware that she's the wife, but
everyone has to play their position.
This is it. Everyone play this is it. So she says, let's really get into how we both, her and Chioma, were dealing since 2017. She says she was at the table when we were smoking hookah and hanging out at... Oh, why am I looking at it next to my phone? On the beach in Dubai. She said we were outside, and she was a side chick. She said Chioma took him from another baby mama, which the streets have said. So she said, why are you guys so impressed? I'm not impressed by that off and on relationship. Where his noble wife slept with his friend Peruzzi. So Peruzzi is one of Davido's friends. Also,
so she's now coming to...
she's now saying that Chioma as well.
Man.
She's doing way too much. She said, ring a bell, have a seat. Peruzzi did speak out and said she's chatting shit, but what was I going to say?
You know what I don't get though, yeah? What is her angle here? So obviously,
don't know, Gina.
He got her pregnant, right?
Yes.
And obviously she exposed it.
Yeah.
And then she's obviously doing all of this because everyone's getting onto her because everyone's like, but you knew he was married.
Yes.
So, and obviously her thing is, I didn't know he was married, but I knew he was dating clearly.
Yes.
And I don't want to be married to him.
Yes.
Okay, so what's with this extra?
Because I feel like now she's trying to say that anyway, it's not a real marriage. But she already did that when she said, oh, RIP to the kid.
But why do you care? Why do you care? Because you said you don't want to marry him and you don't want to be married and you're young and you're getting lit. And
I think also you saying that you didn't know about the wife, but now coming to say that you and the wife were on the same table when your relationship started with Davido. This is actually draining the life of me. I'm starting to speak slower. That is a contradiction of everything you said. So you knew about her from 2017 when you met him, but you didn't know they were married. Okay, darling.
No, I generally don't understand what the end goal is here.
She also said she wouldn't be surprised if she slept with somebody else. She said...
Neither would we. So where do we go from here? Because you're not the first. You're not going to be the last. Yeah. I'll be honest with you guys. It's a bunch of foolishness.
It's absolutely stupid. She's just shown a hella screenshots. And at this point, I don't care. She said, give that fake marriage a break. They didn't honor God. Marriage for money, marriage based on tribal rules, and marriage where the husband has no intention on being committed. Pathetic, embarrassing, shame on your gross, even though you're the one who's with child from a married man.
This is why I don't get why she's talking, because she's not talking from a place of privilege.
She said, wait until I tell y'all about the conversation him and his cousin was having pertaining to that wife and their deceased child. Y'all think it's a game? Shit is sad. All that man cares about is himself, his career. Like, I really believe those African movies and that they're willing to do the most to reach the top. She said, the shit is sad. Do you know what it is? What the reality is, yeah? Davido is the cause of all of this. And I believe she's actually really close with him. I believe that she's actually part of his circle. She knows his boys. I believe he has conversations about his life freely with her. I also believe that he's talked about trauma to her. And this is the problem.
That's why she's got this much vim.
She has all the shoulders because so much vim that he's messaging her like, what you doing? She's showing screenshots of him trying to call her and saying like, I'm sorry, take these things down. Like, that's how much control he's given her because he lacks sexual discipline, because he wanted to just have a community dick. That's where we're at. What the French people? The
Parisian.
Parisian, thank you, baby. The Parisian house, baby mum, that one was in Portugal. She was in Afro Nation singing along to Davido's songs with the child in her belly.
Why not?
And my thing is, well, even that one, yeah, I'm like, all of you are crazy and weird because when the first girl talked her talk, yeah, she came out saying, I didn't know he had other girls pregnant. She came out like she was going to come on Smoke. To now be here, she's like, ma'am, she tagged the other girl, Anita. You're going too far. Be quiet, please. Respect other relationships, even if you disagree. She is still, this is why I think the sister wife, she says she is still the wife and a mother and a woman. You're being mean. Even if he has bad behavior, you know well he's a good person and a good man after all. Nobody deserves this. So you also tried to come on Smoke like you were going to expose him.
She is trying to keep that paycheck that she is receiving, boy. She does not want her allowance, her alimony to be cut.
She was in Afro Nation. Davido was in Portugal when she landed in Portugal. I don't doubt that they saw each other. I don't doubt it. Do you get me? So now, you tried to come on Smoke and then you realize actually, I don't want to burn the hand that feeds me. Then now you're trying to calm the other girl down. This is a bunch of bullshit. I'm not saying anything else. Davido posted the unavailable song on his thing, which is silly. I feel like there's other song that he could have posted. Not that one, because you were clearly very available. So was your penis. I'm done with all this bullshit. It's just a bunch. It's literally just bullshit. I'm just done.
Yeah.
And then last, someone else getting cooked. Gosh. Naomi Campbell's getting cooked.
Why? Because she's joined PLT?
Because she's got a collaboration with PLT. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm going to check that collaboration out.
I'm intrigued though, because I don't...
I think, so basically this is what it is, yeah. Obviously PLT gets criticised a lot for being fast fashion brand, blah, 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 blah. It's not sustainable. I get it, but you can actually buy cheap things and make it sustainable as well. Just don't dispose of them like it's tissue. Do you get what I mean? So there's that. But anyway, so basically she's getting cooked because she's got a massive collaboration coming out with Pretty Little Thing. And she's put a lot of like work into designing and all that kind of stuff. She is the Naomi Campbell. So I don't expect anything that comes out is going to be no disrespect, but like when Lori Harvey or what's her name? Jordan from the Kardashian people, when she had line. It's not going to be like when Lala had line. It's Naomi Campbell. And this is what, people that are close to her and who know about the deal and whatever have said it is. They said it's a privilege for Naomi to be fronting her own collection with Pretty Little Thing, and she's a perfectionist and has designed the range, ensuring detail has been carefully executed. It's been discussed for years between Naomi and Umar, who is the owner of PLT, but finally now the ideas have come to fruition, and soon the rest of the world will see everything they have been working on. I'm going to check it out when it comes out, but also she's getting cooked because obviously it's PLT, fast fashion, blah, blah. But I think PLT is trying to move away from that, because that's why they've got the whole sustainability deal with India as well, where it's about reselling clothes. It's like it's like an eBay for clothes, basically.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're trying to move away from that, which is why I understand why Naomi Campbell will be collaborating with them. Hasn't stopped the cooking, of course, but what have we learned last week? People don't really think much or know how to read or anything like that.
And someone else will get cooked in a few hours anyway, so it's minor.
Exactly. So that from me to the glory of God. Let's get into Motivation Mondays. Someone want to read it out? I'm sorry, I'm tired.
I would say me, but I barely have a voice.
All right, one second. Let me find it.
Barely.
Barely.
You got a voice?
Let me find it, y'all. We can do this.
Can I hear the music?
Yes, they can.
It's motivating, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, where is it?
It's like,
I've got it here.
Oh, man.
But
Motivation Monday for your head top people. I've got the wrong thing. Oh, found
the
it.
first one about stay away.
stay away.
Found it. Sorry. So, stay away from those people who try to disparage your ambitions. Small minds will always do that, but great minds will give you a feeling that you can become great too. That's from the one named Mark Twain.
Not the one named. The one named Mark Twain.
Yeah. And then we have success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to become the best of which you are capable. That's from a man like John Wooden.
I like that.
Yeah. Shall I read that one again for you? Could you like
Yes,
it?
please.
Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to become the best of which you are capable.
Love that.
Yeah.
Here.
We also have, it is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation.
That's debatable. That's debatable.
To be honest, a win is a win.
Okay.
Sorry.
A win is a win.
Well, okay, be yourself, people. That's from man like Herman Melville. I know him. And last but clearly not least, I never dreamed about success. I worked for it.
To be honest, with a good makeup line, sure did.
That's the one named Estee Lauder.
Estee Lauder. I need to
Estee
try their
Lauder.
night cream.
Is that a man or woman?
No idea. Someone tells me might be a
I
man.
don't know.
I don't know
That's,
actually.
It's makeup, isn't
Is
it?
it makeup? Yeah. Let's find out actually. I am.
Imagine this whole time y'all been supporting a man.
I won't be
support men.
surprised.
We support men all the time. Don't put that up there. You know my PR is bad. So I had to come up with foundation. Who is Estee Lauder? Let's see.
It must be a woman, though.
You'd be surprised, you know. I found out the other day. So who is? Oh, who is she? It's a woman. It's a woman. It's
Okay.
American. Big up her. Big up her. Okay.
All right, then. Well, that's our Motivational Mondays. Hope you feel motivated. Let's get into our last round of headlines.
Because when it is, I look at the file afterwards, I can leave the timestamps for YouTube and Spotify so that people could be jumping to the parts they want to listen to as opposed to the parts they don't want to listen to.
Oh, okay. We're so considerate over here, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Thoughtful people. All right, so our last headlines for today. The United Nations Security Council on Friday unanimously voted to end a decade-long peacekeeping mission in Mali after the West African country's military junta abruptly asked the 13,000-strong force to leave, a move the United States said was engineered by Russia's Wagner mercenary group. The end of the operation, known as MINUSMA, follows years of tensions and government restrictions that have hobbled peacekeeping air and ground operations since Mali teamed up in 2021 with Russia's Wagner Group, which was behind an abortive armed mutiny in Russia last weekend. UN peacekeepers are credited with playing a vital role in protecting civilians against an Islamist insurgency that has killed thousands. Some experts fear the security situation could worsen when the mission departs, leaving Mali's under-equipped army alone with about 1,000 Wagner fighters to combat militants who control swaths of territory in the desert north and center. The 50-member council adopted a French-drafted resolution asking that the mission on Saturday begin the cessation of its operations, transfer of its tasks, as well as the orderly and safe drawdown, and withdrawal of its personnel with the objective of completing this process by December the 31st of 2023. I didn't clock that's this year. I thought in 2022 for whatever reason. All right. Our last headline for today. The UK's hottest June on record caused unprecedented deaths of fish in rivers and disturbed insects and plants. Environment groups have warned. Nature is being pounded by extreme weather without a chance to recover, the Wildlife Trust said. The Met Office will say later on Monday if the high temperatures were linked to climate change. People also use more water, with demand increasing by 25% at peak times in some areas, said Water UK. The Met Office said last week that provisional figures for June indicate that both of overall average and the average maximum temperatures were the highest on record. The reports of the number of fish deaths incidents in rivers for this time of year has been unprecedented. I would normally expect rivers to be affected later in the summer when it's hotter and drier, Mark Owen from the Angling Trust told BBC News. The Environment Agency said it received more reports of dead fish than the same time last year. Who is calling in for dead fish? Actually, to be fair, they will stink up the place, won't they?
I suppose if you live around there, there's just dead fish floating around. You're going to have to call somebody, no?
Yeah, but how do people know what numbers to call for these things? I just know 999, that's it. Anything about I call 999. All right, so many flowering plants, including orchids. Is it orchids?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds right. Orchids wilted in the high temperatures, meaning insects like bees and butterflies that feed on nectar and pollen will have less to eat, Ali Morse from the Wildlife Trust told BBC News. Do you know, I think it's interesting how there's human beings who worry about the animals and the bees and stuff like that. I don't think. When God said be stewards of the earth,
They really do.
they said, okay.
Someone's got to care for them.
Yeah, apparently there's a lot of people that do. That's good because I don't think about that stuff. All right, let's get into our reaction and finish this.
Welcome to the reaction. Oh, sorry. There you go.
Here you go.
Welcome to the reaction, Esther's favourite segment.
Highlight of my day.
Highlight of her day. Well, she's going to be happy knowing that this is short and sweet. There's not much to chop up. Is there, Brent?
Nah, I don't think so.
There's not much movement.
no-
Liverpool
Development.
have triggered the release clause of RB Leipzig midfielder Dominik Szoboszlai. I said that. I said, now I'm going to have to learn this fool's name, innit? What the hell? But after a couple of times, the commentator said a couple of times, we'll be there, innit? We'll be cool.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet, though.
Not yet.
It's Szoboszlai. I don't know, sorry. But they got him. Yeah, I swear he's like 22. He looks cold actually.
Yeah,
he looks cold. I don't want to pretend like I've watched him play bare times. I've bucked him on Footy Man, Ultimate Teams and these things. And I've seen him. He looks neat. He looks like a neat, clean little baller. But I don't exactly know what they're getting because it's not my... You get me? I don't exactly know what they're getting, but he looks good. It's interesting though, how they've kind of just silently just went about revamping their midfield. You get me? And no one ever like... It's just like they've just done it just under the radar, under everyone's noses. Like, just got two midfielders. And I think that they're linked with Lavia as well at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're looking at Lavia, and it's like, boy, if you get McAllister, this Soblatsa, and Lavia, add it into what you've already got around the Thiago and the Henderson, and it's like, okay,
100%.
wow, you've done that quick,
100%.
just out of nowhere. So yeah, just watch out for Liverpool next year. I mean, this year, but next season. Yeah, that's about it. City have apparently agreed personal terms, with another RB Leipzig defender, Josko Gvardiol. Cold little Croatian centre back. Super, like dope. City don't need no more. Goodness. I don't understand what they're doing. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't need this. But they've agreed personal terms. Apparently there's super Like they're on him. They're gonna make it happen. They're gonna make a formal bid. RB want to make him the most expensive centre back that ever existed.
Is that the tank of a guy? He's like
I wouldn't call him a tank. He just seemed quite small to me.
Oh.
Oh, actually, no. Do you see with face mask?
Okay.
You see him with face mask. A Croatian centre back. He had a cold World Cup. He was corking like just he could kick ball. Like he's a baller. He's a good. He seemed like a good defender anyway. But for me, when I'm looking at certain man, like he's someone I could say that I'll put him in a like a baller category. Like regardless of what position he plays, like he actually can kick ball. Yeah, you get me. So City are doing that. Good on them. Quickly in other news, I'll just read through some other stories we got here. So Savannah Marshall becomes undisputed super middleweight champion after beating Francon Crews-Dezurn by majority decision on Saturday. So Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields wasted no time in resuming their war of words as they planted the seeds to a perfectly poised rematch after the Hartlepool fighter beat Dezurn to become undisputed super middleweight champion in Manchester. Marshall sat at her winner's press conference, basking in the company of her newly acquired belts, with a magnanimous Dezurn arrived alongside Shields, who took her place alongside the media prior to interject scene set. The silent assassin was celebrating her first victory since tasting the only defeat of her professional career against Shields in October. The pair's feud stemming from Marshall's win over the American in the amateur ranks in 2012. I feel absolutely amazing. I came up short in October. It was the worst feeling in the world, but I stuck to it and kept to my dreams, said Marshall. I know Francon is tough. What a woman. She's amazing. A head like concrete. I know she's made it. Well, I knew she'd make it physical, and I knew I'd be on the floor at one point. Glad it wasn't from a punch. Oh, what happened there? Oh, see, man. And in our last bit of sports news, Nick, how do you say his name? That tennis player? Nick Craig.
I don't know. Is it the Australian guy? Is it the Australian guy?
He's Australian, isn't he?
Looks like an
The
Australian.
rude you.
He looks like an
Huh?
I don't know.
I want to pronounce his name.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it. I will
Kyrgios.
type it in. Let's see if we can get pronunciation.
Kyrie what?
Probably one of those where the K is silent, so Kyrgios.
I should know this. I've seen him enough. I should have
Kyrgios.
heard people say his name.
Kyrgios.
I don't think that don't sound familiar.
Kyrgios.
That don't sound like
That
him.
sounds Australian.
That doesn't sound like him. That doesn't sound like him.
That doesn't sound right.
Sorry, people.
I'm trying to give you the news accurately.
Can't someone like break it down in like the phonics thing or something? Right. Like the
They don't know the name. Actually, you can see on the screen.
Nick Kyrgios.
All
Anyway,
right. You didn't even try.
he's
You didn't even try.
he's withdrawn from Wimbledon due to a torn ligament in his wrist.
Oh, that's a shame.
The tennis star confirmed it on social media. And in a statement on Sunday, he said, "Hey everyone, I'm really sad to say that I've withdrawn from Wimbledon this year. I tried my hardest to be ready after my surgery and to be able to step onto the Wimbledon courts again. During my comeback, I experienced some pain in my wrist during the week of Mallorca," he says. "As a precaution, I had it scanned and it came back showing a torn ligament in my wrist. I tried everything to be able to play, and I am disappointed to say that I just didn't have enough time to manage it before Wimbledon."
That's so sad. Do you know what made me think though?
Let me see.
Someone breaking it down.
Kyrgios.
What's
That
the
sounds
bird?
like him.
Who said it? It was
No, they have
the
them,
G
yeah.
is silent.
The G is silent, like lasagna.
The curious.
Kyrgios.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, this story just made me think that if I have a partner, that plays like a sport that I have no idea about, I'm gonna have to take an interest in it. I have to go to the games and stuff,
Kind of.
like crickets and stuff.
If you want to be supportive.
Like rugby. Actually, I don't like rugby; it's a bit intense, but then they look good. They're built. They work hard for their bodies. But like, do you know what I mean that's a lifelong.
It's commitment
Sentence.
to your partner, man. If they're successful, it's calm. It's tough
That's
if they're not
true.
successful.
Then you
You
down.
know what?
Then you down bad.
Every career is tough, but it's like when you're dating a rapper and trying to make it. So your music is not. I don't even listen to your music in my spare time. But now I've got to learn, because not only you can't just go to the concert.
You gotta
can't
learn
go
the
to
words.
You got to learn the words. To music I don't even like. Yeah, I'm not dating anyone from in the music industry anymore.
No creatives.
You said anymore, so who have you dated?
We're not doing this.
She dated somebody very famous.
You need to relax yourself. You need to calm down. Do you know what I would date like the guys behind the thingy.
Yeah,
I'll love
sure
message
enough. You ain't
I'll
got no prestige bodies over there.
I'll message no, I'll look at that. I don't know what you guys talking about. What are you talking about?
Did she just ignore? Did she not hear me? She just ignored me. That was
I
so
didn't
cold.
hear you.
I thought it was you and Brent making a joke. You
Yeah,
didn't know
I
you
thought
were
it
talking
was
to
a
us.
friend.
No, I'm talking to you. I thought she just Ray Charles did. I was like,
Nah.
that was
Oh,
funny.
sorry. What did you say?
I asked if you got any prestige bodies.
Oh no.
Oh no, the bodies ain't
I don't-
prestige. They're not bodies. We're not doing this. This is
No.
gone too
I didn't
far.
ever dated anyone. I didn't ever dated anyone like.
This has gone
No,
too
I haven't.
far. I need to stop saying things I'm thinking in my head. I just be thinking, I just say it.
That's
No, they're
that's
not,
What makes you great, man.
They're not prestige. One of them is to be fair, actually. Does well for his career.
Big up him.
You don't big up anybody.
Oh,
You ask to
God.
pick people up on my behalf? No. Put them in done out here. Let's go.
All right, let's get to
Let's
done.
go.
Today's recipient of Done It is quite quick. I've not got no nothing to back it up, nothing for you to watch or whatever. I could just what's Elon done with what's going on with Twitter?
Oh,
With
Twitter.
Twitter,
What's happening?
he didn't pay his bill.
I couldn't even. I'm trying to read quote tweets. I can't read quote tweets. I can't do nothing. The man's talking about limits and these things, and I don't understand what's going on. Is he tricking us? Because then I see him do the tweet where he was saying whatever, and everybody's gone crazy. And then afterwards, I see him say something like, "Oh, this is the most viewed tweet in Twitter history." That was he tricking us to or something, or is it true?
That it was the most.
No, it was the most viewed tweet. But I'm saying that did he like just say it to try and get things, or was that just was he just adding onto it after? Like when I saw it briefly, it sounded like he was saying, like you are saying, like haha, there's no real problem, and now you got this is the most tweet, like he's that's what I don't know, that kind of vibe. I don't know, is it a real thing or not? The phone's still moving shaky. I still can't see quote tweets. And
Serious?
stuff. Let me check.
Yeah,
that.
you can
Yeah, I can't see
quote
quote
tweets,
tweets. Nah,
Let me
because when
see.
Casamore was going on, I was trying to
but
catch
check
him laughs.
now.
I was
Check
trying
now.
to.
Okay, let's check now.
'Cause you can see it now.
That he hasn't got a quote tweet. All right, let's see. Benny's right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I can see it now. So what? Oh, so what? It's between like 9 and 11 quote tweets.
What? You got time off? What? During Casa?
Oh no! So how did you know I can see it now?
Because I checked this
Oh,
morning.
so it's fixed.
Yeah, whatever he did, it's undone now, or it has gone through.
Oh,
So the differing takes on this particular thing.
there is, yeah. Because I heard someone say something about like the system was down, but he basically told people that it was because of this, when really the system was just down. He was just trying to be silly. Did you see that people were atting Jack here, the old owner?
Come back.
Then he's talking about, no, he posted a picture of grass. People should go and touch grass.
And Jack posted that.
Yeah. But he just posted a picture of grass, didn't say much. So no.
Yeah. I mean, I found it very interesting for several reasons. One, for him implying after people started complaining that he was encouraging people to basically put their phone on and go outside, right?
Yeah.
That's not the case, 100%.
It's not.
Because why would you,
Encourage
as
me
the
to-
owner of this particular thing, do
Exactly.
that? You've been trying to tell everybody that this is where the new media is going to be coming from, the new news. Everybody's going to be getting that in real time.
Yeah.
Reporting and this, that, next. So that was funny. What also was funny was some devs coming out and saying, look, this is what he tried to do. He tried to basically introduce a new code in order to do something. But in doing that, it broke certain other things and everything just shut down. Now, he was supposed to pay the Google hosting bill because it just ran out on the 30th. And he didn't. So they're suggesting that he's trying to fool Google into giving him a different bill as to these people aren't using this particular thing, so give me a cheaper rate.
Okay.
What it is that we re-up it. So there were different things that he was trying to do, or this person was suggesting he was trying to do. But the fact that it just crippled everybody, because everybody normally uses that to basically see what's happening in the public sphere.
Yeah.
Whether it's to check up on their friends, whether it's to check up on France, but everything got shut down. And just imagine that happened during like transfer deadline day. Like what would people do? Yes, and well, the
Right.
football people do anyway. But just imagine wherever you get your in real time news, it's flipping through Twitter. It's the massive public space where everybody's just saying this is what's happening over there, this is what's happening over here. So just imagine if it is that anybody got into the Twitter engineering room and just shut everything down and then decided, let me start bombing everywhere. Everyone would be finished. Everybody would be finished because where do you go for your news if it is that Twitter's down? CNN, BBC, is that where you go? But you have to be like, where did I go for it before?
Yeah.
Let me put on the TV.
RT.
What's RT?
RT News.
RT. What's that stand for?
Al Jazeera. And then, man.
Oh, Al Jazeera. Okay.
I watch
retweet.
No, I watch the other side's news.
You watch right wing news.
I don't know, but I watch the other side's news.
I suggested I was implying that you on the left, but you're not on the left. So you watch left news.
I'm just saying, I watch the other side news. They report news. The way they talk about England and America when they're not from there is different, innit? So they'll give you news that they don't that they
you're not getting.
Yeah, that we're not gonna get over here. You get me?
Yeah.
So I like that stuff.
Yeah. So it's not a balanced thing for you. You just watch the ops.
Yeah, I reckon they give us proper information. Like I don't watch English news.
Yeah.
I don't watch English news channels not anymore. Not BBC, Sky, whatever. I don't sit down and watch English news channels anymore because whatever they're saying is bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm sitting there watching news all the time. But I'm saying if I was,
you watch Al Jazeera.
I'd go to the other side because they're gonna tell you the truth
About your country, not theirs.
Yeah, I don't care about their country.
All right, okay.
Yeah, about my country.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the truth. I think it's always gonna be biased.
Yeah, it will be biased, but it's a different kind of bias though. This our news is biased.
But
It's
the
a
bias
different
that you're
kind
not
of
getting
bias.
over here, so you want to basically see what. Okay, and then
That's
you
about
look
balance.
You look to balance it out, sift and whatnot.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Right, okay.
Make the sense from the nonsense.
Yeah.
Find a line.
Yeah.
It's good.
Fair enough. I hear that.
But listen, Elon, you're just a troll, man. I don't know what you're doing, man. Just pay the bill as well, man. You got enough money, man. But you're done at Air. Let's get into our outro.
Yeah, I just checked the likes on the video. It's appalling. I'm appalled.
Oh, RT's Russia Today. you watch that propaganda?
Listen, this facts.
Russia Today.
The only thing that they chat shit about is Russian politics. I don't care about Russian politics.
Okay.
Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's going to be biased and skewed. It's stuff about their country. Anything else about anywhere else is going to be
because
true.
Russia doesn't give out any propaganda against the West at all.
But they give me information. I'll be seeing, sometimes they be showing us stuff that the troops are doing and things are going on. I'm like, I didn't know they were doing that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like what our people are doing. You feel me?
Yeah.
You got to watch it, man.
All right.
All right, y'all, please kindly like the video before you come out of it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all that great stuff. Thanks for tuning in. Follow us on our social media platforms, The Day After TNB, Instagram, Twitter, and the Clock app, TikTok. If you've got dilemmas, send them into 07564841073. And if you'd like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, you can email our team at thedayafter@thenewblack.com. See you all tomorrow.
Bye.